Star 104.5 and Black Diamond AFL would like to thank the following sponsors for making it possible to hit the field week in and week out. Wilson Security. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider. Prime 7. In 2014, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Newcastle Herald. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the Hunter community. Star 104.5. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and proudly supports Black Diamond AFL. BLK. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions. Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the last 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. Waratah Sports. Waratah Sports has been specialising in sporting equipment, sporting apparel and trophies and medals on the Central Coast for over 20 years. Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Car 33, proceed to level 2, check on its service. Command, this is car 33, I'm going on my break.
Don't miss the Wilson Security Black Diamond AFL this weekend. Entry to all games is free. Check out the game times and venues at bdafl.com.au. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Adelaide Street Oval for a rare Sunday Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup match. This time the blockbuster between the third place Killarney Vale and fourth place Nelson Bay. Had two games yesterday, Terrigal Avoca overcoming Newcastle City, while a late goal from Warners Bay. We saw them record a 2-point win over Cardiff. So really looking forward to a good day. Beautiful conditions here on the Central Coast. And I think we're going to expect a pretty special performance today. So we've got our sponsors up there. We'd like to thank. Just a quick look at the Killarney Vale team list there. Been a couple of late changes. Mark McVeigh and Kyle Walford are out of the side for Killarney Vale. Coming in, Nathan Higgins, Brendan Martin and Jonathan Mansfield. Big in for Killarney Vale, though. Rick White, after missing 6 weeks, is back in there for them. And also the return of grand final winning ruckman Sean Sinclair. So that'll certainly strengthen their lineup. And they're going to be up against a Nelson Bay side who certainly haven't performed their best when they've come to the Central Coast, but they've got a couple of big ins as well in Nathan Vasey and also Sean McGrath. So that'll certainly strengthen their lineup. And we're expecting big games today from Luke Price. Joel Erickson down the back is going to have a big job, probably on Daniel Lloyd and Aaron Claydon and Tim Duval. They're going to be required on up forward to kick a winning score, which to me personally is going to be Nelson Bay's biggest issue today. Can they kick enough goals to win the game? And As I mentioned before, their performance on the road, especially in the Central Coast, has not been good, but they've put together some good form over there. They're currently sitting in 4th spot, and Warners Bay late win yesterday has certainly just drawn them closer, level within that 4th spot. So just a quick shout out to our sponsors today, and without them it wouldn't be possible. In Wilson Security, the league's major sponsor, Prime 7, Newcastle Herald, Star 104.5, BLK, Belmont 16-footers Sailing Club, GE Industrial Solutions, the Entertainment Ground Central Coast, Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery, Waratah Sports, Mercure Coinda Waters Golf and Spa Resort, and Subway Morisset, who once again will be providing the $20 voucher for the player of the match. Our umpires today, field umpires Ashley Borg, Joey O'Brien and Ryan Stanton. Boundary umpires Nick Hickson and Matthew Jeffrey. Goal Paul Best and Jake Lowe. So not far away from a start here. I'm Gary Birkinshaw. The regular commentator, Ryan Webster, unavailable today. Went to Sydney last night, so he couldn't quite make it Adelaide Street Oval today. So running solo, but looking forward to a really, really good contest. What am I expecting? Well, Killarney Vale have been one of the form sides for this year, and they've probably had the wood over Nelson Bay. So they would actually go in favourites. Big issue is, can Nelson Bay, as I mentioned earlier, kick enough goals to get a winning score on the board? Time will tell, though. We're about to get underway for the start. Round 13, Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup, as Ashley Borg holds the ball aloft as we're underway. It's going to be Ethan Lenson in the ruck there. He's going to go up there. I think that's going to be Barton in the ruck there again. Up they go. No one gets a clean tap down. Taken by Castelnuovo. He gets it out. Rick White off the ground. It's going to fall nicely out there for Blackwood. Blackwood on the right foot goes in there now. Bailey, good fist there coming out from David Wood. And we're going to have a boundary throw in. Killarney Vale in the Essendon strip, the red and black with the black shorts. Nelson Bay in the yellow and blue white shorts. Nelson Bay kicking to the right of your screen. Come in, the rucks are going to do battle there. In there was, it might have been down there was Higgins, but we're going to have another ball up. Bit windy here today. Nothing's going to favour any end in particular. We'll just see how that works out. Draw in the first division game between Killarney Vale and Wyong Lakes as Clayton brings it out for Nelson Bay. He has one bounce there, chased by Evans. So Clayton gets a kick out there in the direction now of McGrath. Also leading out there is Max Mumford, but the ball travels over the boundary line, and we're going to have a throw-in on the centre wing. Couple of matchups down back. We've got Edwards down back playing fullback for Killarney Vale. He's on Duval. The other end of the ground there, we've got Shackleton who's lined up at full forward for Killarney Vale. A bit of a shock there. There was scrimmage coming out there. Rick White coming out. It's going to fall nicely there for Clayton, though. Can't pick it up at the first grab, though. He's there, tackled, harassed there by Rick White. And a free kick's going to be paid for in the back to Clayton. So they're going to have their first inside 50. Movement coming there. Price also looks like he's up forward today for Nelson Bay. So he'll be required. But Clayton goes in there. Going to fall there short. Leading out there is Brad Spencer. And Spencer takes a good chest mark. Probably going to be really tested. He's probably about 40 metres out from goal. Haven't got the numbers back there. Price is back there. Lenson's also back there for Killarney Vale. Been pretty good form late, Brad Spencer. Comes in, strikes the ball. It's not going to make it. It's the top of the square. Price should take the mark. He does. No, he doesn't. Good. Oh, he has paid it. I'm not sure. I thought he might have just bubbled that into the Killarney Vale defender there, but he's a bit of a obscure there, umpire Ryan Stanton. But a mark taken there by Luke Price. He's going to go back from 10 metres out, and this could be the perfect start for the Nelson Bay Marlins. Comes in. Strikes the ball. That's a good start. That's what the Marlins are looking for. And Luke Price, a real confidence player, one of the elite players in the competition, gets his first goal of the game. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider, delivering a wide range of services to a diverse range of customers. For all your security needs, call Wilson Security on 1300 Wilson. So good start there by Nelson Bay. He got the ball there. Aaron Clayton had an impact both in bringing the ball out of defensive 50 and also got a free kick out in the forward flank. And probably not his greatest kick, but a good work there by Spencer playing in front. And then he was able to get the ball into a dangerous area. And Price, as we mentioned, playing centre-half forward today after spending most of the year at centre-half back. Probably didn't hold the mark, but was able to benefit that and put a goal. But we're back in the middle now as Barton is in the ruck there against Lanson. Taken away again by Castelnuovo with his left boot. Leading out for the race, the ball is Shackleton. He taps it forward there where Bailey for Killarney Vale is going to get it. Swings round on the left boot, goes in short, smothered off the boot there. Overrunning that is Ericsson, so Shackleton's able to pick it up. Handball out there now wide to Debnan. Debnan on the right boot, looks a spearing pass looking for Lloyd over the back. Going to be a free kick paid against Lloyd though. He put Michael playing the defender out of play with in the back, according to the umpire there. So he goes short there playing, goes out there, taken there, out there by, that is Morgan. So Morgan now out in the wing there, looking in the direction. Up they go. Spencer though, too tall was Evans. He takes a good mark. Plays on it immediately and spears it in there. Mark probably should have been taken out there. That would have been by Tom Mumford, but he backs up there with a good smother. So May should have held the mark, but he did then the hard work and made sure that the ball went out of bounds and we had another stoppage. 30 metres around from the Killarney Vale goal. Nelson Bay got the first goal of the ball, lead by 6 points to nil. It kept that beautiful ruck with there, excellent roving. It's a snap around the goal, hit the post. That there was, thinking that was Zara. So good work, good ruck work, just very, very close for hitting the post. Kicking there was Vasey, fell over as he's kicked. It's going to end up all right, however, though, as Wood was able to nullify that. And ball out of bounds again. Right on about 45 metres around from the goal. Okay, Higgins in ruck now with Barton. Barton gets a left-handed, taps it down there towards Ericsson. Castelnuovo, though, he's certainly been very prominent in the clearances to start the game. He's over the ball there now with Ericsson on him, and umpire Joey O'Brien's going to call for another bounce. Looking in the background there, you can certainly see the trees swaying. It's pretty windy here at Adelaide Street Oval. As Higgins gets the tap down with that left hand again. Going out there in the direction was Morgan again, but we're going to have another stoppage. Boundary umpires are certainly earning their money at the moment. A lot riding on this game, especially for Nelson Bay. They'd love to pick up a big scalp and really secure their final spot. But Castelnuovo goes over the back of him, though. Able to clear it. Ericsson couldn't take it out, but swings out the back there now. Goes to Lloyd. Goes one way, goes the other. Clever kick in there. Go looking for Amity. Good use of the body. He gets it, plays on immediately. Handballs over the top there in the Jace Blackwood direction. He picks it up on the left boot. Gets it in there. Good work by Shackleton. Touch ball off the boot. Play on's a call there. So enables there Ryan Mudd to get it under pressure. Able to retreat. Through for a behind. So Killarney Vale putting plenty of pressure on the Nelson Bay defence in the first 6 minutes. And we're able to respond pretty well to the defensive unit for the Marlins. Vasey this time kicks it in, goes in short there, finds Ericsson. Ericsson now, he's going to go out in the wing. His target out there is Spencer. Should take the mark there in front of Evans. So just shy of the centre wing. He goes inboard there now. Oh, it's a dangerous kick coming there. Lenson's able to pick it off there for Killarney Vale. His handball's not the best, however. Overrunning that was Ericsson. He gets a handball. There you go. You take this. And he does, but goes back there. Played on there. That's going to be Fleming. Runs through the centre of the ground. He kicks it down there in the direction they're going from McGrath. But good use of the body there by Maxie Mumford. Third game back. He's solid in defence. He finds Rick White. Fantastic to see him back on the football field. Left boot he goes. That penetrating kick out there is going to find Bailey. That is a fantastic kick by White. And Bailey in the half-wood goes to play on. Slips over the crucial time. A spearing kick in there, though. Below the ankle. Shackleton can't pick it up, however. And goes back there is Grace. His kick is smothered. Really good defensive work coming in there by the Killarney Vale forwards. Looks like we're going to have another ball up. Inside 50. So a good kick by White to Bailey. And just didn't quite hit the target there. Very low down. They go again. Good use of the body by Higgins in the ruck there. Comes out there now for Zara. Hit the post earlier on. He kicks into a dangerous area. Good work. Good defensive work down there. That might be Ericsson. Goes to Grace again. Sticking the one hand out there for... was Jake Fraser. He gets a kick inboard there. Overrunning that ball there was Jews, which is going to allow Brendan Lewis to get in. Back it comes there to Lanson. Handballs back to Jordan Evans on the right boot. Gee, the pressure's big at the moment. Evans has a second go with a handball. Back it comes Lewis. Back to White. It's a hot football at the moment. White picks it up. Tackled by Grinya. We're going to have a ball up. No big pardons out here at the moment at Adelaide Street Oval. Round 13. Rare Sunday game we mentioned before. Up they go again. Barton taps it down there. Can't get in a clearance. And we're going to have another ball up. Plenty of numbers around the contest at the moment. 4 points of margin. We played 8 minutes into the first quarter. As Barton goes up against Ruck. Barton's going to get it down there. Kick in there, going in the direction. Up goes McGrath, but over the back there, cleaning up for is Michael Young for Killarney Vale. He gets a kick out, should sit for Devon, but it sits up there. Allows Dylan Stewart to come in, and he goes there, keeps his feet. He'll go after to get the first use of that. Good work by Devon, but good work by Stewart there. As well picked up, good clearing coming through there on the right boot. Looking for DeVale. Lenson's back there, and Lenson, good work by the ruckman. He's able to get back and take a mark, filling the hole there at centre half back. He chips it out wide there to Brendan Lewis, one of the form players in the competition. He then looks to go inboard, and he's going to find there one hand, putting the one hand up there was McLean. That wasn't good enough as Debnan gives him a hand there. Cartwright picks it up, and he gets a handball back to Debnan again on the right boot. He goes over the head, it goes to Plain, which opens the door up for Lloyd. A spearing pass into Shackland. Over the back it goes. Killarney Vale's got the numbers there if they can get it. But getting back there is Ryan Mudd for Nelson Bay. Able to handball it back there to Grace. He can't pick it up, but Laser Shepherd again, the big man. Ryan Mudd's going to clear it from half back. He kicks it, but kicks it straight to Rick White. I'm not sure that's going to be your best option. White lines up from 50. Misses to the left. 3 behinds to Killarney Vale now. And they're trailing Nelson Bay, who've kicked the only goal of the game, courtesy of Luke Price, and we've been playing 9 minutes of the first quarter. Pretty scrappy game to start with, but the intensity is certainly up as Vasey brings the ball back and out to the far side of the ground. McGrath's going to be his target. Lloyd there, good defensive spoil. And once again, we're going to have another boundary throw in, about 65 metres around from the Killarney Vale goal. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and proudly supports the Black Diamond AFL. We thank very much Star 104.5. Had their Roadstar vehicle at Batto Bay Oval, giving treats out to the children there, which is fantastic. We appreciate their support. The tap there comes down that time by David Wood. Picked up there. It's going to be a free kick's going to be for a throw. It's going to go to Tom Mumford. So Mumford too far out to score right on 50. Where's it going to be? He's going to look to go in short there and finds Daniel Lloyd. Good option there. He got the break there and Michael playing. And Daniel Lloyd's going to go back and have a shot for goal. One of the best kicks in the competition. He's certainly been in excellent form of late as Daniel Lloyd. In fact, not only excellent form of late, excellent form all year. He's certainly going to be a key player in Killarney Vale's push for premiership honours. 40 metres out from goal. A pretty difficult angle. We'll take a good kick. Strikes it off the boot. Certainly take a good kick. Daniel Lloyd is a good kick, as I just mentioned. And Daniel Lloyd kicks the first goal for the Bombers and gives them the lead. In 2015, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Prime 7's coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 Mate, including the marquee Friday and Saturday night matches. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team. So good play by Daniel Lloyd. Fantastic kick there. Would have been from 45. Probably kicked it from 50 and split the middle. So back in the middle, up they go there. Rucking this time down there for Nelson Bay. They can't get away there. As up goes Lloyd again. So in front of Michael Plain, and Lloyd's going to go back and have a second shot on goal from probably a similar angle, in a little bit closer, however, this time. Looking to make it back-to-back goals. Good clearance coming out of the centre. Lloyd comes in, strikes the ball. Oh, looks very good off the boot again. Back-to-back goals to Daniel Lloyd. Warning bells are already ringing for Nelson Bay, with Lloyd looking in pretty good touch again today. And so we've been playing 12 minutes of the first quarter. Daniel Lloyd's got 2 goals in the Bombers. 2-3-15, leading Nelson Bay 1 straight 6. So just a clearance. They just need to get on top. Just need to nullify the centre at the moment, Nelson Bay. They've been winning the clearances pretty easy. And Higgins is in the ruck. Doing battle in there. Comes out there well rode that time. I think that might have been out there by Zara. On the left boot he goes. So they're winning the clearances hands down at the moment. So Shackland handballed it back in there though. They're going to clear it away through Hearn. Gets it there looking at the direction of Jews. But Jordan Evans is going to take the mark there right on centre wing. Evans Plenty of movement coming there. Bailey's probably going to be his target, so he plays on, run through the wing. Pretty ordinary use of the working of the mark there by Jude, but that's not the greatest kick either there by Evans. It's going to be David Wood. Wood there on the right boot. He kicks it in there. It's going to be taken by McGrath. Touched off the boot. Play on to Cool, but he gets it over the back. Ericsson's got away from his opponent there. If he can get it, he can go. He gets it there now, looking for the movement. Coming in there. How's it going to go? Jude's there. DeVelle's going to come in. So is Brendan Lewis. Really good mark from the Bombers. Skipper. He takes the mark. Looks like to go there. Good use of the ball. He's going to go in there and finds Evans. He's going to run through half-back. Evans on the right boot, looking for Bailey. Going back there is Wood. Good punch by Wood. Going to come down there, picking up there Nelson Bay, but also picking up there, coming through there nicely was Calorie. So Calorie gets a kick in there. The mark's going to be taken there by Grinya, the skipper for Nelson Bay. Where's his target's going to be DeVale. Not kicked in his favour, however. Probably not the greatest kick coming in. They're going to need to use the ball a little bit better. As this goes out there wide now, it's going to be out there by Devon. Handballs over top, smothered off the boot there by Madsen, but White's good enough to pick it. Handball it back to Lewis. Very good firm there. You'd be happy to have the ball in those two hands all day. And White, the left boot goes there, kicking out. Good penetrating kick there. Falls short just of Sinclair. Welcome back Sean Sinclair. But they're certainly working hard. Killarney Vale forward. That was Lloyd, but McGrath's able to get the ball out there, holding the ball against Mudd. No play on's a call. Sinclair taps it out there now in the direction there of Jason Blackwood. But they're able to stand firm. Well done, the Nelson Bayers. Back it comes to Spencer. Spencer on the right boot. He goes looking for Price. He's up against Mumford, but at the back is Lewis. He picks it up and roves the ball well. He then looks to get the pass into Lloyd. He's kicked 2 goals already, Lloyd. Open forward line. Where's his target going to be? They've got the numbers back there, Nelson Bay. Good work by them, but he goes there for another penetrating kick in there. Great pass. Shackleton dropped the mark he should have taken. Had it been a cake, it would have had Sultanas all over his face with that one. But tapped out there, coming there. Good work by Nelson Bay as Fleming wants to pick the ball up. He does, but he's immediately tackled. Should be penalised for holding the ball, and he is. Really, really good tackle out there by Tom Mumford. Youngster having a great year for the Bombers. So Mumford looks to go in short. Their lead coming from Amity, and the veteran forward got away from his opponent and takes an uncontested mark 30 metres out from goal on a 45-degree angle. And he'll go back and look to give Killarney Vale their 3rd goal. So Amity comes in, kicks the ball. Looks good off the boot. Goal number 1 for Amity. Goal number 3 for Killarney Vale. They're getting away. They've got a bit of a break at the moment, leading by 15 points. So good conversion there. So Braden Hearn in the ruck there, up against Higgins. Up he goes there, gets the tap down. They come back to him. He roves the ball well again, but they're under pressure there. They're really working hard, the Killarney Vale midfielders. Back it comes to Ryan Mudd. He gets a kick smothered off the boot. David Wood's in there. Amity's also in there for Killarney Vale. Coming through there is Fleming. He overruns the ball. Cartwright goes in hard for Killarney Vale, but it's Amity, the last goal kicker. Scrubs a kick forward there. Going back is Ben Grace, and the ball will go over the line, out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Nelson Bay kicked the first goal through Luke Price, but three goals in a row to Killarney Vale. Has them 15 points in front. Played 16 and a half, nearly 17 minutes gone, first quarter. Good throw in there by the boundary umpire. The back it goes. No one can take it. Picked up there by Evans. He roves a good smother by Nelson Bay. However, prevented probably a certain goal as Spencer. He runs over top. Lloyd goes in. Brush the tackle. Lloyd has a snapper goal. Just misses to the right. Very, very dangerous, Daniel Lloyd. He certainly looks up and about today. No doubt about that. And when he's up and about, there's not many players in the competition who can control him. So that's a headache for the Nelson Bay coach right away. Just waiting for the ball to be brought back in. It's going to be Nathan Vasey. Looks to go in short there. Finds Calorie. So Pat Calorie gets it. He plays on now. Looks to go to the centre. And where's his next target? Higgins is there. Over the back, however, is Spencer. He gets it and plays on immediately. He goes in there looking for this Price. Up he goes. Takes the mark there. That time ahead of Young. Needs to go move on quickly. He's going to go out there to Barton. Not sure that was the right option, but Barton's going to go there against Amity. Good work by the veteran 40. Gets it back there now to Sinclair. Sinclair gets a good effort there by Barton to put some pressure on. He kicks out there now to Shackleton. Shackleton's going to handball inside to Young. He's immediately tackled and puts the ball on the ground. But well done, there's Calories going to get it out there now. Going in the direction there. It looks like that out there for his Fraser. Handball over the top. Grinion gets it now. He goes underground there. Price is there. Going to be out of bounds. Free kick there for high tackles. Going to go there. Free kick to Rick White. Begging there, looking there for Lloyd. Lloyd, mate, takes the mark. Under pressure from Erickson. Lloyd switches it laterally there now. Going out there. Well run there from Edwards. And Edwards streams through the centre. Where's he going to go now? He looks to go out wide. He's going to be in the Tom Mumford direction. He takes a mark ahead of Morgan. He's got numbers back, Nelson Bay. Shackleton's going to be a target there. He gets the lead. Probably a bit easy, though. He can't take the mark. He's dropped a couple of days. Shackleton. He's going to get a free kick, however. Chopping of the arms. And Shackleton's going to go back. As he dropped a couple of marks, so we want him to kick a goal here. Try and get that confidence. He's missed a few games this year. Normally down back. He's playing up forward today. Probably going to kick it from probably 40 metres out. Off the boot. Looks like he slipped a bit as he kicked it. Certainly the ground is a bit muddy today. There's no doubt about that, as that's a free kick. It's going to be for holding the ball. Great chase down there. Looks like by Amity again. David Wood was a little bit casual bringing the ball out from that. As I mentioned before, rain on Thursday and Friday night has certainly just made the ground a little bit slippery on top, so players are just having trouble keeping their feet or having sure footing, especially when they're kicking from certain parts of the ground. And Dane Amity's going to be kicking probably one of the heaviest parts there now. But he's kicked one today. Amity kicked the last goal. 25 metres out. 45-degree angle. He's been a prolific goal kicker, and that's beautiful by Amity. Excellent conversion. And they've certainly got the break now. The Bombers are out to a 22-point lead. 20 minutes gone, first quarter. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the Hunter community. The Herald's reporting and commentary leads public debate in the region, and its coverage of local issues from business and politics through to sport and entertainment is second to none. The Newcastle Herald, the voice of the Hunter in print, online and mobile. And mobile, certainly very mobile at the moment, the Killarney Vale Bombers. 2 goals to Lloyd, 2 goals to Amity from a good chase and tackle. And their pressure at the moment is certainly up and will be pleasing their coach, John Pigeon. In the ruck again, Barton goes, taps it over his back there. It's going to fall there for Sinclair. Cartwright, for Killarney Vale. He goes, swing it out wide there from White to Lewis. Lewis evades a tackle of Grinion and gets a right foot into the dangerous area. They go again. Lloyd's down there this time. Lloyd against Vasey. Lloyd on the snapper. Goal. He's kicked another one. A great one-on-one contest. And Lloyd kicks his third. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions, and the exclusive on-field apparel supplier to the Black Diamond AFL. BLK, beyond limit knows. And certainly Daniel Lloyd, there's no limits to him at the moment. That was a big one-on-one contest and he kicks his third, but really the area of the ground that Nelson Bay need to get on par with them is in the centre of the ground. The clearances are just really going all one way to the Bombers, and it's putting the Marlins back line under immense pressure. As Barton this time tapped it down there to Calorie. Rick White immediately lays a tackle, and we're going to have a secondary stoppage. And just the bigger bodies in there, certainly of White in there also. Lenson's doing a good job there. Cashel Nuvo is a young boy. He's winning plenty of clearances there. As Barton goes up there, but this is Evans also started the game very well. Gets a left foot kick, and they're going to go inside forward 50 again. The ball sits up there, so Sinclair playing a ruckman. Gets there, big Ben Grace for Nelson Bays. Are we going to get the ball out? He handballs it out there wide, looking out there. That time for Morgan. They're going back there to Grace again. He gets a kick. They're going to fall short, but no, well taken there by Calorie. Calorie shows a bit of candy one way and then gets to the right boot. Spearing kick in there, but over the head of Price. They got numbers back there again, and this time Young handballs it over his head. Back it comes to Lenson. Lenson right boot goes in there. Bailey against Wood. Good 2 young players and a nice mark taken by David Wood. This is the next problem. Where are they going to go from here? Price is in there. Over his head it goes to Young. It's going to fall for Erickson, however. Joel Erickson on the right boot. A wobbly kick in there. Matt Jews is going to get it. Where's he going to go on the right boot to Vale on the lead. He should be able to get there. No, just a bit too far out there in front of him. So Edwards wins a good one-on-one battle there by Edwards. And Killarney Vale going out of trouble again. They find White. White in front of Clayton. Goes one way. Good pressure by Clayton, but he gets it back to Lewis. Keeps the ball up. He's going to handball it back to White. White then goes underground there to Blackwood. Blackwood picks it up. Handballs over the top. Edwards is going to be in trouble here as Ericsson runs straight into him. Could have been holding the ball, but a handball that comes back there now. Clayton picks it up, shovels the ball out, throw. It's going to be called play on there as Debnan. Handball away, and they're away again, Killarney Vale. Rob Zara in the centre of the ground, gets the left boot, goes there. It's going to find space, however. Lloyd up against Vasey. 2-1 going there. Sinclair to give him a hand, and Nathan Vasey's happy to see the boundary line, and we're going to have a boundary throwing. Good work down the defensive end of the ground there by the Bombers. Just a little bit too far out in front of DeVale, and a good one-on-one contest by Brad Edwards. And before they knew it, they were down the other end of the ground and in a dangerous position again. Boundary throw-in. Up they go. Sinclair in front of Barton. Over the back it goes. Mudd picks it up. Quick handball was too slick there for Vasey. Swifts out there now to Castelnuovo. On his left boot he goes. Snaps a goal. Through the narrow side. Through from behind. 5-5-35 Killarney Vale. 1 straight 6 Nelson Bay. 24 minutes gone, first quarter. And it's certainly been a pretty dominant performance from Killarney Vale as it stands at the moment. Pretty dominant performance, certainly up forward by Daniel Lloyd. But not only that, they're certainly winning the contest through the middle. It's going to be Vasey. Going to look to bring the ball back in. Goes out the far side of the ground. But once again, just look at the numbers there. It's 3 against 1. Spencer up against 3. He's up, including one of those is Lentz and a high tackle there. Free kick's going to go there to Debnan. He then gets it back in board to White. Rick White on the left boot. He certainly made a good return. He goes out there. Bailey's his target. Woods up there. Good contest. 2 against 1. Sorry, it was Vasey. The ball comes back to the ground. Ben Grace gets it. Handballs are no one in particular there, but taken this time by Vasey. Handballs over his head. Missing Fraser, and it's going to go out of bounds for a boundary throw. And they're not getting any easy possessions at the moment, are the Marlins. Every time they get the ball, the pressure is there. They've got that wall set up. So when it comes out hardly, it's going to come back. Sinclair, left foot, snap a goal. It's going to be a free kick in the back. Going to go the way there. I think it's going to be Sinclair. As he went to kick the ball, it's in the back, pushing the back by Vasey. So Sean Sinclair, grand final player last year, playing his first game of the season today, and he will certainly be a great acquisition for the Bombers as they make the charge towards another finals appearance. Just waiting for the ball to be returned. So Sinclair, tight angle, only about 20 metres out from goal. Comes in, strikes a ball, just to the narrow side. 11 scoring shots to 1 in the first quarter. That probably sums up the dominance of Killarney Vale. They've only found the big sticks, though, on 5 occasions. Has restricted the margins to 30 points. See what they can do here. They've got a pretty good zone set up, Killarney Vale. Just need to keep working Nelson Bay. They're going to go to the far side of the ground again. This time they're going to go the direction. Who's going to come there? Ericsson flies over the back. Can't touch it there as Barton. He's going to get it. Debnan, he certainly started well. High tackle there again. Just certainly getting their hand. They're getting their fair share of the free kicks. There's no doubt about that, Killarney Vale, but they're also getting their hands on the ball first. And if you've got your hands on the ball first, more often than not, you're going to get those free kicks, especially when the footing is not as secure as you'd like. So Debnan on the right boot he goes. Targeting there. Evans, he's in the box seat there. Can't take the mark, however, under pressure. But a quick handball is going to come back there, falling from Mansfield. You can't pick it up off the ground that time with Zara, but it's going to fall back there. Once again, we're talking about that footwork there. Clayton handballs in a dangerous area over the back. It's going to allow him. That is Martin, is it, I think? But he just snaps around. Misses through for a behind. That was a very interesting handball there from Aaron Clayton. He handballed over his head into just at the top of the square. So almost quarter time at Adelaide Street Oval. I'm sure David Ross, the coach at Nelson Bay, would love the opportunity to get out and have a talk to his Chargers, because at the moment they're well off the pace after an encouraging start. It's going to be Vasey, so he picks it up. He decides I'm going to change it up a little bit, kicks it to himself, goes out there wide. Dylan Stewart's going to be his target. Also out there is Cartwright. And it's going to be out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Almost quarter time. Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup finishing off round 13 as Lloyd taps it down there in the front. It's going to go to the advantage there of Zara. Handballs it off quickly to Debnant. He's certainly been winning his share of football with a right kick in there. How's it going to sit there? Cash Nuvo gets it gun one way. All the siren has sounded. Gee, and that was probably going to be another goal or a chance for goal there to Tom Castelnuovo. But the siren has sounded. And at quarter time at Adelaide Street Oval, it's Killarney Vale 5-7-37, leading Nelson Bay 1 straight 6. Goal kickers for Killarney Vale, there's only the two of them. Daniel Lloyd has kicked 3, Dane Amity 2, whilst Luke Price is the sole goal kicker for Nelson Bay. So at quarter time, it's Killarney Vale leading by 31 points. We'll be back shortly with the second quarter.
Star 104.5 and Black Diamond AFL would like to thank the following sponsors for making it possible to hit the field week in and week out. Wilson Security. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider. Prime 7. In 2014, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Newcastle Herald. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the hunter community. Star 104.5. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and proudly supports Black Diamond AFL. BLK. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions. Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the last 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. Waratah Sports. Waratah Sports has been specialising in sporting equipment, sporting apparel and trophies and medals on the Central Coast for over 20 years. Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Car 33, proceed to level 2, check on its service. Command, this is car 33, I'm going on my break. We have a visual.
Don't miss the Wilson Security Black Diamond AFL this weekend. Entry to all games is free. Check out the game times and venues at bdafl.com.au. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
Rightio, back here at Adelaide Street Oval. Dominant first quarter by Killarney Vale Bombers. What have Nelson Bay got him there now? Bit windy today. We're not sure whether that may have been favoured the end that Killarney Vale were kicking, but we're about to find out. As a siren sound, second quarter underway. Ryan Stanton throws the ball in the air. Up they go. Barton's in the ruck there. Also there is Lenson. Lenson wins the tap out there. It's going to come back there. It's taken that time there by McLean. He gets to come back there. Lenson again on the right boot. Kicks it out there. One-on-one. Playing there up against Castle Nouveau. Playing sits it up. Handballed it back there. Good running by Ben Grace. Where's he going to go there? Handballed out there in the direction that time with Morgan. On the right boot he goes. His Spencer's going to be there. His Spencer, but 2-on-1. Going back there. The G works really well. The ruckman Lenson. He gets back there and helps his defenders out. And takes a good mark as he goes back there now to Jordan Evans. So Evans on the right boot, goes in short there now. Finds Zara off the one step. Doesn't normally work out all right, but lucky it's going to bounce okay there for Debnan. Started very well in the first quarter. Debnan on the right boot, goes out there looking for Lewis, who's moved forward. A bit disappointed there. Good work there by Jews. It goes out of bounds. Half forward flank. Good throw by the boundary umpires. Up they go. Barton in front. Takes the ball out of the ruck. Should be penalised for holding the ball. And he is. You can't take the ball out of the ruck and then be held. So free kick's going to go there now to Dane Amity. So everything falling Killarney Vale's way at the moment. And that is because they're really dominating the possession. Amity goes in there. Lead for Lloyd. Up he goes. Out he goes. Puts a hand out. Fantastic mark. Good kick by Amity. And Daniel Lloyd's going to go back from 30 metres out and looking to kick goal number 4. So just a good work by Amity. Very, very skillful player. Has been for quite a number of years. And Lloyd. Amity might have been a good player from the past era, but certainly Lloyd is the current. Comes in, strikes the ball. Beautiful off the boot. Just going to just slide a little bit across to the right. Through from behind. 5-8-38. 1 straight 6 Nelson Bay. It comes out there, kicking out by Nelson Bay. In there, it's going to be finding Clayton. Clayton handball across, it comes to Plain. He goes to handball over the top, looking for Morgan. Morgan gets a quick handball back to Plain. Good running by the defender. He gets a kick in. Where's the next one going to find its mark? Lewis chips back there, and he does. He gets it there now as he goes across there. Across the right foot, he kicks it. Oh, that's smothered off the boot. Should fall for Vale. Struggling to keep his footing there. Good work by Cartwright, but he's running to the tackle there by Barton. High tackle. High tackle there by Barton. It's going to be Cartwright. Chips it in there. Short to Debnan. Trent Debnan on the right boot. He goes looking there. It's going to miss the target there. McLean should fall for Ericsson, but clean bowls him. Chris Madsen goes in there. Tackled immediately by Bailey. And Bailey's going to get it. He goes to ground there. Sinclair can't take the mark. They're going over there. Diving. Better commitment this time, but Nelson Bay picked up this time there by Fleming. And we're going to have a ball up right at centre half forward. Good throw up there by Ryan Stanton. Mud in the ruck against Sinclair. Sinclair gets a tap. It should fall there for Morgan. He didn't probably go committed well enough there now as Calorie picks it up. High tackle for a throw. Goes there now. That was a harsh call there by Stanton, but it goes in there by Amity. Kicks in there looking for Lloyd. Lloyd again. Too good. Too strong. Lloyd goes back there. Chipped in board there to McLean. Good use of the ball by Lloyd. Unselfish play. Jeff McLean going to line up from 20 metres out directly in front. Certainly just dominating play at the moment at Killarney Vale. Under pressure the whole time, Nelson Bay, when they get the ball. So McLean, right boot, looks pretty good off the boot. 6th goal for Killarney Vale, the first one today for Jeff McLean. And that now makes 6 goals on the trot for Killarney Vale after Luke Price kicked the first goal for Nelson Bay. Belmont 16-footer Sailing Club, located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie. Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook. Belmont 16-footer Sailing Club, the venue for this year's gala off-field event, the Elliot Davey Medal presentation night, be held on Wednesday, the 2nd of September. See your club for tickets. It's a fantastic night. As we're in the middle, Joey O'Brien throws the ball in the air. Barton taps it over his head, looking there for Vasey. Debnam comes in off his wing, though. It's picked up this time by Zara. He's immediately tackled there by Barton, also there by Callery. And we're going to have another ball up right in the centre of the ground. Killarney Vale currently leading by 38 points, 5 minutes in the second quarter. Barton taps it in there, but it's going to fall there for Lewis. He goes back and gets his own ball there. Tackled under pressure there by Price. Price gets a handball over the top there to Spencer. On the right boot, snapped by the Mullen, but going to get back there, and Edwards takes a relieving mark right on the goal line down there as he goes out there wide. Lenson once again spoke about him. He works really well for the big ruckman. On the right boot he goes. Unusual kicking style, but normally works out pretty good. Looking for Amity. Over the head of all it goes there. Running with the ball. That time was Young, but it falls back there. And Amity again gets it on the left boot. Chips it in there for White. Good contest, White against Clayton. Also good contact by McLean. Gets Clayton off the ball. Allows White to pick it up and handballs to Zara. Zara's left foot heads in the Sinclair direction. Joel Erickson comes out there. More focused on the player he was, which allows Debnam to get in a wobbly kick in there. But Lloyd... Daniel Lloyd again. Every time they go forward, it seems to be ended up in the hands of Daniel Lloyd. And he's going to go back and have another shot for goal. But really dominant play. That just the body pressure being applied by Killarney Vale at the moment has certainly got Nelson Bay off the game. So Lloyd. 25 metres out from goal. Slight angle. Strikes the ball. After kicking those goals from the boundary line in the first quarter. Not quite as accurate now. So 3 goals, 3. I've got Daniel Lloyd down as kicking. And probably the only downer at the moment on Killarney Vale would be their kicking for goal. But 15 scoring shots to 1 certainly is a demonstration of their, I suppose, dominance in this game. Joel Erickson's going to bring the ball back in this time. He goes out there looking in the Barton Fleming direction, and Fleming takes the mark. Where's the next kick going to be? One kick's going to sit up there and he's going to fall for Rick White. Just can't find the target. It's just really off the money at the moment of the Marlins. White kicks it inboard there and finds Cartwright. So Cartwright goes in the centre board there now, looking for Higgins. He can't take the mark, but Brendan Lewis gets a tackle there by Price. Should be holding the ball. Good decision by Joey O'Brien, and the free kick's going to go to Luke Price. Price quickly off the mark, goes out there now wide, but once again it's going to be a 50-50 contest. I'm not sure that's the option. And we're going to have a kick on centre wing. So he takes the ball at centre half back, kicks it out, and the ball's out of bounds on the far wing. Boundary throw in, right on centre wing. Higgins is in front, up doing battle with Barton. Barton gets a tap over the back there, though. Morgan can't get it. Stewart's in there for Nelson Bay. Handball it back to Fleming. Just an aimless handball, however, and that falls to Debnam, and Killarney Vale once again will line up from White back to Lewis. Lewis a short pass in for Sinclair, takes the mark. Sinclair in the centre of the ground. They got movement coming back. He's got Bailey free if he can find him. He can find Lloyd. Lloyd goes at the ball. Up against him is Wood. Goes in there. Good tackle by Wood, but good play by Lloyd. Back to Amity. Back further goes to Shackleton. On the left boot he goes. Taken by Price, however. And he's on the left boot. He kicks it back. Clayton up against White. That's a good contrast there. Clayton gets a bit of handball. Back to Sinclair. Sinclair can't take it. Goes in there by Vasey. Good tackle by Vasey. Good work there. Clayton picks it up. Tries to brush a tackle. Castanuva holding the ball. Gee, their pressure's good today, Killarney Vale. They're really on. Hey, kick by Castanuva quickly across to Zara. He chips in there in the Lloyd direction, but not well directed, but he's still going to be able to get it on the bounce. Up against Callery. Goes one way. Woods with him also, but it hits the ground, and Fleming's going to pick it up. He's tackled immediately that time by Lloyd. Just the pressure in the forward line. The Bombers are certainly applying. It's going to be a free kick, and it's going to be relieving. Free kick's going to go the way. It's not a Fleming. I think it might be back there. Is it... might be Ericsson back there, is it? No, it's Plain. So Plain on the right, but goes in there shooting for Vasey, but hey, just their skill level's been deplorable today, Nelson Bay. The kick's in there. Zara goes in the direction of Evans. Callery goes up to take the mark. Chopping of the arms there. So Callery's taking the mark for Nelson Bay. Probably could have been 50. But Callery gets a mark at centre half back. Once again, they go wide. And that's a horrible kick again. Absolutely horrible. It's picked up there. Zara gets it. And that's another very good kick there by Jace Black. With the skill level rise, we speak the last 30 seconds have been not the very best at all. Evans there gave the go and show, but no one fell for that as Wood picks it up. Can he get some semblance of a good kick? And he does. And he finds Grinya. Grinya plays on quickly again. He bounces the Picardo. He can't get it all there now, but he brushed the tackle. 1-2 tackles. Well done by Grinya. He kicks it now. Where's his target? It's going to find Lewis again. Like a magnet every time it goes forward. Going to be Lewis who takes the mark, and they've got numbers in the middle again. It's going to go to Rick White. Lewis to White, or White to Lewis. That's just seems to be the order of the day, but Rick White's got it just at the back of the centre circle. Left foot kick out there. It's going to find Rob Zara. He certainly doesn't find Rob Zara, but it's going to sit up nicely for him. A left foot spearing pass in there to Lloyd. Good pressure that time by Michael Plain. Forces the ball to hit the ground. Plain backs up better. Handball to Vasey. Back to Plain again. Kicks it in short, but it clears everyone. Only going to go back as far as White again. And Rick White, a left foot kick. It was that good. It kicked it straight to Evans, who was only 2 metres in front of him. Stewart picked it up. Stewart tackled. Grinya picks it up. Grinya tackled. That seems to be the order of the day, as well as Zara gets it. Dodgers 1, Dodgers 2. Handballs it out. If it sits for Amity, he'll have a shot on goal. No, it doesn't. He handballs it over to Shackleton. And I think I'll just have a quick word with the director. I think we'll erase those last 3 minutes. It's out of bounds forward pocket at the moment. Ruckman do battle. Higgins taps it down there to Castelnuovo. He gets it immediately tackled by 2 Nelson Bay defenders, and we're going to have a ball up. 25 metres out, 45-degree angle. Killarney Vale 6-9-45. Nelson Bay 1 straight 6. It comes down. Castelnuovo again. Handball that goes back there only as far as Fleming. Can't pick it up there, but Calorie picks it up. He handballs it to no one in particular as he's under pressure there from Amity in the back. Free kick's going to go to Calorie. Just the intensity and the pressure that Killarney Vale have applied today. It's probably as great as I've seen them apply it this year. And they're really on song at the moment. We've got the blood rule. It's going to be Calorie is going to go off there. So we just have a bit of a break in play while that happens. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the past 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. GE Industrial Solution. Also the proud sponsor of the BDAFL Women's Competition. Don't forget, next week is Women's Round. All 3 games being played at Newcastle #1 Sports Ground, all to be shown live over Bar TV. So all those supporters of women's football, those who have not seen women's football, make sure you tune. If you can't get to #1 Sports Ground, tune in tomorrow. You'll be tuning next Saturday. You'll be surprised with the standard of football the women are playing here in the Black Diamond AFL. Ball's been worked around towards the centre wing. Another boundary throw in. The boundary umpires certainly earning their money today as it's Matthew Jeffrey on the far side. He throws it in. Going up there now is Hearn up against Higgins. Hits the ground. They get it out there now. Higgins going to pick it up. He's looking to get a handball out. It comes out there. Castelnuovo, he's going to be the first one to get the ball there. He does, but he can't pick it up, and we're out of bounds again. 12.5 minutes gone. 6-9-45 Killarney Vale. 1 straight 6 Nelson Bay. Boundary throw there. Free kick going to go the way of Higgins. Higgins, he doesn't even know he's going to take it. Always a bit of a confusion when the umpire blows his whistle for a free kick and no one knows who the free kick is for. Got to go round behind his mark. So Nathan Higgins, he gets it, plays on. Rick White going to take the mark there. Outside 50. Where's the next target? Shackleton leads early. Sinclair swooping across the back. He's going to go further across there to Lewis. We mentioned that before. They just kick it to each other. Good work by Adam Grinya. If it sits his away, he can't take it. He's just fumbling the ball. And that's pretty well much sums up Nelson Bay's day as they kick it out there now wide to Mumford. He's got Shackleton short. Shackleton takes the mark there by Fleming. Shackleton goes in short there to Lloyd. Not 15. Gets in there, comes in there to Amity. Got to pick it up there. Gets to dodge the tackle there by Plain. Handball the back. It comes there to McLean. Got it for a throw. Advantage there as Plain gets it go away. Keeps it in short there. Sits up there. Oh, not the best bit of work there by Morgan. A little bit too high. Should tackle. Lloyd picks it up. Tackled by Grinya. Going down there now. Goes to tackle there. Under by Mumford. Going back there. Morgan. Tackled there by White. We're going to have a ball up. Once again on centre wing, broadcast side of the ground. Hearn in the ruck there against Lenson. Gets it down there to Amity. Taken there by Evans. Evans gets it, brushes the tackle. He's been good play today. Evans on the right boot. He goes there. Bailey's going to be his target there. Down there, up there against his Nichols. Comes back out there. Nichols is going to pick it up. He handballs it. Sitting up there. Bit of a loopy there. Barton goes in there. Runs into Debnam. A hurry kick there. Smothered off the boot by Mudd. Tackled there by Callery. Comes out there to Ben Grace. Handballs it back to Spencer. He picks up now as David Wood kicks it, but only there as far as Rick White. He's had it on a string today, White. He kicks in the direction. Shackleton's going to be the target. He goes out there, doesn't reach him. It comes back now to Martin. Gets it out there now. Back to Lewis on the right boot. Chips in the Debnam direction against Grace, but too far. And Ben Grace will be happy to see the ball go out of the line for a boundary throw. And the play has just been entirely in Killarney Vale's forward 50 this quarter. They've done pretty well. The Nelson Bay's defence has been 10 minutes and they've been able to hold them out without a goal being kicked. The free kick there is going to go the way of Callery. So where's the next? There's just not enough movement coming from Nelson Bay. So they go out wide there. That should be a good kick there. Should find McGrath. Takes a mark in front of Amity. So where's the next target? Vasey's calling for an inboard. Price is making a good lead. It's a good kick there. And Price just falls a little bit short there. He can't get there, but it's going to go back, falling out there. Well done by Morgan. Handball across. It comes to Sean McGrath. Right foot. He goes out there. DeVale's his target there up against Edwards. Edwards has won a number of those one-on-one battles. And the boundary line is out of bounds. Who said there's only been the one goal kicked in this quarter despite the dominance by Killarney Vale, and that was to Jeff McLean in the 4-minute mark. We've now been playing 16 minutes. It comes back there now. They're really struggling to keep their feet at the moment in the ground in fairly boggy conditions. Once again, we're going to have another stoppage. Pretty well set up there. They just need to get a couple of breaks, get a bit of confidence, get a couple of goals on the ball, Nelson Bay. So it swoops out there now as Price picks it up, tries to get the handball back to McGrath, but it comes out another 50-50 contest, but McLean picks it up and they're away again. A handball, though, is taken that time by Hearn, but dispossessed by Martin. A good shot pace there by Martin. Kicks it there. One-on-one contest down there. Nichols now against Bailey. Bailey picks it up. Running on there is Martin. He can't take that, however, as Plain picks up a handball. Quickly back it comes to Morgan. Morgan on the right boot. Goes out there looking in the direction there of McGrath, but a good spoil. Coming that down there, I think that might have been by Tom Mumford, or Max Mumford actually, and it's going to be out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Centre wing of the ground, up they go. Rucks to coming battle. Braden Hearn, get there, smother kick, falls kindly there for Jordan Evans, and on the right boot he goes, kicks in there and finds Trent Debnam. Debnam then Shackleton's on the lead, but out they come wide. Is Tom Mumford's going to get it. Madson's coming off the interchange bench there. Good talking there by Brendan Lewis, but Mumford calls Lewis there. Is he going to come in there? On the right boot he goes, finds Rick White, and White, he's going to play on. He's going to go back there now and have a shot for goal. 40 metres out, 45-degree angle. Missing 6 weeks with a hamstring injury, certainly been a dominant return by Rick White. And if he can find his best form, Killarney Vale is certainly in this comp with a big show. Right boot, left boot, strikes the ball. Not quite going to make it through, just drifts across to the left. And another behind to Killarney Vale. 6-10 to 1 straight. This quarter they've kicked 1 goal, 3. Well, Nelson Bay have not scored since the 2nd minute of the first quarter. The kick there, that's out of bounds on the full. Signaling there. He kicked it to himself. Well, they just deciding whether that was out of bounds on the full because it come from the kick in, but Aaron Clayton actually kicked it to himself before he started. So that certainly rules out the out of bounds from the kick-in rule. So right on centre wing again. Going to have another boundary throw. Matthew Jeffrey should be putting his hand out for double pay. Certainly worked double time out there. As Grenier gets it, handball. The back it comes to Stewart. Bit of a confusion there with Vasey, but Stewart gets back on there. Right foot kick in there, looking there for Price. Price takes it away. They go. A kick in there in the Vale direction. Not to his advantage there, especially when it's 2-on-1. Edwards there, DeVale. Good effort by DeVale. He's working hard to try and nullify it. Lewis picks it up. Classy play again. As it comes back to Cartwright. He kicks it out there, but a good one-handed mark taken out on the centre wing by Wood. He kicks it in quickly there, looking in the direction. A good contest, a fierce contest there between, I think that might have been, look there, the hurry kick there by Clayton, a mark taken by Sean McGrath. Good work by Aaron Clayton. And Nelson Bay going to go back and should be kicking their 2nd goal of the game, courtesy of Sean McGrath for a mark in the goal square. And McGrath kicks, finish, converts from inside the square. So the second goal on the board now for Nelson Bay. First one there for Sean McGrath. And despite the Killarney Vale dominance, this quarter, it's been 1 goal, 3 to just a solitary goal. So they've only won the quarter by 3 points, Killarney Vale, as it stands at this stage, which we disappointed John Pigeon. David Ross and Nelson Bay coach probably wouldn't be that disappointed with that, although I could certainly say they've definitely been outplayed. But if you don't make the most of your scoring opportunities, you allow the opposition to remain in the game. And that's where the case at the moment. 34 points. It's a big margin, but certainly not unassailable as we've only played 20 minutes of the second quarter. So in the centre of the ground again, we've got Barton's going to do ruck against Lenson again. Well, they got a good throw up there by umpire Stan. Tap there by Barton. Every tap's been with his left hand to the same spot. Vasey picks it up. A tackle there by Bailey. Goes back looking for Mudd, but intercepted by Higgins. He gets a handball back to Martin now, who's going to swoop around the back to Rick White. Looking for his left boot. He goes further, retreats back to Jeff McLean. He goes one way and then chips it back out there. And Martin gets again. He plays on an underground kick there to Rob Zara. A little bit of fumble, but he's got time to pick the ball up. Handball back to Jeff McLean before he gets a hurry kick forward to Debnam, but picked up there this time by Calorie for Nelson Bay. He can't get to his knees to handball, so Alex Bailey's going to pick it up. A left foot kick. It's going to go out towards the boundary line, and we're going to be out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Earlier game today, the first division game was a draw between Killarney Vale and Wyong Lakes. Whilst the second division game, convincing win by Lake Macquarie. It comes out there now. Rob Zara on the left boot to a dangerous area. Shacklin's there. Also there is Ben Grace. And a mark taken by Corey Shacklin in the goal square. And he's going to go back and should be able to kick the Bombers' 7th goal for the game. 2nd goal for this quarter. Comes in. Kicks the goal. Shacklin's first. Good play by the Bombers. Good play by Rob Zara. Certainly been pretty impressive today as the Killarney Vale midfielder. The Entertainment Grounds has quickly established itself as the premier events location on the Central Coast. The Entertainment Grounds is an indoor and outdoor multi-purpose community facility for functions, events, festivals, weddings, exhibitions, as well as horse racing. The Entertainment Grounds Central Coast, proud sponsors of the Black Diamond AFL. Certainly is used to be Gosford Race Club, the Entertainment Grounds. They've changed themselves now, multi-purpose facility. The farmers markets every Sunday mornings. Probably no doubt a few people from here probably went before coming out and watching the football. But the football at the moment is where Killarney Vale dominate. Calorie, good handball. Back it comes to Madsen on the right boot. He goes towards goals. Again to get in there. Will that lift the Marlins? Great goal, Chris Madsen. A really quick reply. And the margin once again returns to 34 points. Well, that's something there that can certainly get the Marlin supporters up and about. They haven't had much to cheer about so far since the 2nd minute mark when they led the game, but really they're probably their best bit of play, their best centre clearance, that's for sure. And Chris Madsen been pretty quiet today, but he's certainly one of their better players. And if he can start getting his hands on the football, that'll certainly go a long way to Nelson Bay getting back in this contest. But once again, this quarter, 2 goals to 2 goals, 3, so they're hanging in there. In the middle again, Price in the ruck there now. Lanson tapped it back there, taken by Zara though. It was a good tap by Price, well read by Zara, and we're going to have another ball up. So Price not having a great influence at centre half foot, but in fairness to him, the ball hasn't been delivered all that well to him either. So put him in the ruck, get him in the game. He's arguably their premier player. Taps it over the back there. That's a better tap there. Vasey can't take it, but David Wood can. So he kicks it out there. Calorie's going to lead in the race there. Chase quickly there, harassed by Young. Can he get past him? He can't, so he gets the knee fall. Should fall nicely for Spencer. Handball back just behind Calorie. Going in hard there. Also back there, round the neck. There should be a free kick, and it is. Good pick up there by Ashley Borg. Great to see Borgie back umpiring as well. Sunday football certainly helps him. The Calorie kicks the ball, looking for Griny's going to go too long now, and Amity's going to take the mark, and they're away if he can get the handball over the top. He can't, so hold up there. So Griny, so looking for an option. Where's it going to come from? Mumford makes a lead. That's the Tom variety, but he swips it out wide there, and it's going to fall out there. I think that might be Cartwright out there on the half-back flank. Daniel Cartwright. His next option looks going to be Debnam. Could go further there to Higgins. Also there is Shacklin. Up they go there. No one can take him up, but Trent Debnam gets a good use of the body by Shacklin, clears a path. Debnam goes in there to Lloyd. Ericsson's back on him. Can't take it. Fumbling there. A bit of pressure, but it's the siren sounds. And halftime here at Adelaide Street Oval in the Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup game, and it's Killarney Vale, the home side. 7-10-52 after kicking 2 goals, 3 that quarter. They lead Nelson Bay 3 straight 18. The Marlins kicked 2 goals straight, so it's a 34-point advantage here at halftime. The goal kickers for Killarney Vale, 3 to Lloyd, Daniel Lloyd, all in the first quarter. 2 to Dane Amity, also in the first quarter. Singles to Corey Shackleton, also Jeff McLean. While for Nelson Bay, their 3 goal kickers, Luke Price, Chris Madsen and Sean McGrath. Probably to sum up the first half, it'd be fair to say that it's been all Killarney Vale. I don't think the scoreboard has been a fair reflection of their dominance, especially in that quarter. They had the majority of the play inside their forward 50, just could not make the advantage on the shots they did have, and certainly some entries did not find the forward target like they would have hit. Nelson Bay were able to kick back with a couple of late goals to give them a sniff, but they'll certainly need to improve quite dramatically on what they've shown here in the first half. But anyway, at halftime here, it is Killarney Vale, 34-point leaders over Nelson Bay Marlins. We'll be back in 10 minutes with the second half.
Star 104.5 and Black Diamond AFL would like to thank the following sponsors for making it possible to hit the field week in and week out. Wilson Security. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider. Prime 7. In 2014, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Newcastle Herald. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the hunter community. Star 104.5. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and proudly supports Black Diamond AFL. BLK. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions. Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the last 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. Waratah Sports. Waratah Sports has been specialising in sporting equipment, sporting apparel and trophies and medals on the Central Coast for over 20 years. Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Car 33, proceed to level 2, check on its service. Command, this is car 33, I'm going on my break.
Don't miss the Wilson Security Black Diamond AFL this weekend. Entry to all games is free. Check out the game times and venues at bdafl.com.au. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
Welcome back to Adelaide Street Oval for the second half of the Wilson Security Black and Diamond Cup game between Killarney Vale and Nelson Bay. And it's all work to be done by Nelson Bay. Currently trailing by 34 points, probably the 34-point margin, probably flat as Nelson Bay because Killarney Vale was certainly the more dominant side. They kicked a couple of goals late, Nelson Bay, give them that glimmer of hope. And look, they need a really good start. They need to really start getting their hands on the football. They've got to win through the middle. The back line did a fantastic job trying to contain Killarney Vale the last quarter. As umpire Joey O'Brien holds the ball off, third quarter underway. Barton's going to be in the ruck. He goes up against Higgins. Barton taps it over with a familiar left hand into McGrath, but the kick's only going to go as far, and Tom Munford takes the mark. So Munford looks to go one way, then goes the other. He goes that wide, gets a short lead there, coming there from McLean. Too low there, can't take the mark. Cartwright picks up, goes to ground. Stewart there, good work by McLean. Good desperation though. He throws the ball out there now. Stewart gets it, goes one way, then the other. Good work, Dylan Stewart on the right boot. He goes, kick misses the Vale. However, it's going to hit the ground. Price is there. Also back there is Munford. Munford brushes the Price tackle, gets the handball off to Edwards, and he streams out there. Good pass to Bailey, can't take the mark. Drops off his chest there. Good pressure by Wood, but it's Edwards who backs it up again. This time he runs into the tackle there of Barton. He's not going to let him through. The ball's on the ground there, putting his head down, trying to barge through there is Bailey. We're going to have a ball up. Good work by Stewart here in front of the broadcast. Just didn't quite hit the mark with the kick. Good work by Edwards. It comes out there now to White. White on the left boot, making a great return from injury today. Hitting the foot race out there by Mudd. Also up there against Sinclair. Sinclair tries to brush him off, but Mudd goes back as a second go. Went to ground. Sinclair kept his feet, which enables him to get the second go. Handball over the top to Bailey. Side steps around to gets the handball off to Castelnuovo. Left foot shot at goal. Through for a behind. Good work by Sean Sinclair. Mentioned Sean Sinclair, grand final player for the Bombers last year, making his return to senior football today. That coincides with Max Munford, another grand final player. 2 weeks ago, he made a return. So Coach John Pigeon slowly starting to fill a few gaps that he had in his side with some experienced grand final players. The kick's out there now, going out there, looking for the mark there is Madsen, the goal kicker there, the last goal kicker of the game, not for Nelson Bay, but the game in general. Kicks out there, Evans drops a mark he probably should have taken on the chest, smothering there by Nelson Bay. Once again, their defence is under pressure, but they're standing firm as Fleming gets it, kicks it on the right boot, goes out there. This should sit for Clayton. He's up there against Lewis. Clayton there, chips in board there, finds McGrath. Good work by Clayton. They're making a lead there. He gets a kick coming in there. Vale's up there. He's up there with Edwards again. Edwards has won every single one of the one-on battles they've had today, and he chalked that one down for another. As a handball comes across to Evans. Evans kicks it up to half forward where Amity takes possession of the ball. Handball not to the favour himself, but to McGrath. And McGrath and Nelson Bay kicks it out there to Clayton. Clayton, where's he going to go there now? He looks in there, goes long, kicks it in the direction there, coming up there. That time might have been Jews, a good fist there coming from Cartwright. Running through the ball there is Zara. Back to Lewis. Lewis to Mumford. Mumford pretty sure of hand there. Kicks it around the body there. No in favour of the Killarney Vale though. And Madsen gets it and said, I'll take it out of bounds. And he's got him for deliberate. I'm not exactly sure that's one. I think you'll find that was pretty close to the boundary line when he actually tapped it out. So, look, a pretty pedantic call to be perfectly honest there. But anyway, that's the decision he's called it. As Debnan's going to get now on the right boot. He goes, kicks it at a lead, coming across from Castelnuovo. So Castelnuovo, he gets it now. He swings around on the left boot, spearing past in there. Lloyd should be a target there. Can't take the mark. There was Ericsson going over the back, going to ground. That time out there was Nichols in a hurried handball. Killarney Vale, they go for it again. Picked up there by Shackleton. Brushed the tackle on Nichols. Left foot snap, a goal. And he's kicked it. Great work by Shackleton. He laid the tackle to begin with and then was able to pick it up, break a pretty feeble tackle really, and a left foot snap and gets the first goal of the third quarter courtesy of Corey Shackleton. Sports Coast Trophies are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. They're also proud supporters of the Black Diamond AFL. And Waratah Sports, they've been specialising in sporting equipment, sporting apparel and trophies and medals on the Central Coast for over 20 years. Again, we appreciate their support and the support of all our sponsors. And Corey Shackleton there, that was probably not something that Nelson Bay wanted there. They had the chance to hem him in on the boundary line, but he brushed the tackle there and then was able, a very smart finish by Shackleton to get, that was his second goal of the quarter. So Ryan Stanton throws the ball up in the air, battle again. Barton taps it over his hand there, back to McGrath. He tries to get it away, can't under good pressure. Holding the ball, pretty red hot there from from the umpire, but the free kick's going to go there to Castelnuovo. So Castelnuovo, left boot again, goes out there wide. Good running out there, that time by Zara, and Zara takes the mark in front of, I think that's out there. That was out there was Ericsson. So Zara plays on, left foot kick into the square. Is it going to go all the way? Good work back there by Wood. Punches it through for another behind. 8-12-60 Killarney Vale, 3 straight 18 Nelson Bay, 42 points the margin at the moment. We've been playing 4 or 5 minutes of the third quarter. So Wood brings the ball back in there, looking there for Fleming. Fleming goes through his hands there. Evans able then allows Evans in. He gets a handball through strength back to Lloyd. Lloyd on the right boot, spearing pass in there, just slightly behind McLean, which means he can't take the mark. He gets the ball out there in the direction. Bailey goes to ground there. Rick White's in there as well. Handballs it back there. This time it goes back to Lloyd again. He kicks into a dangerous area. Could bounce if it sits right. That'll bounce through. It sits up and just brushes the behind post. Another 3 goals forward today for Daniel Lloyd. Kicked 3 goals in an explosive first quarter. And then he's kicked 4 behind since. So Hammer, good tackle there. Probably could have been penalised for holding the ball. Castelnuovo picks it up, goes to Lloyd again, tries to tackle the tackle there of Vasey. There's plenty of water sitting back there as Madsen goes into that. Picked up there. A free kick's going to be awarded there. It's going to go to, might have been Evans and Jordan Evans on the half forward line there. He's going to go, looks to centre the ball. Back it comes to Brendan Lewis. He takes the mark inside the centre square. He's going to look to go there. Good lead there. Good, well done by Shackleton. And he takes the mark. Take a good kick there by Shackleton to make the distance. He's looking not real confident. Bailey was going to go. Bailey makes the lead. He's still going to go. Still going to honour it. No, he goes out wide there to Sinclair. And Sean Sinclair takes the mark though, but not bad there by the Nelson Bay defence. They forced him to find a lead right out deep in the pocket. And Sean Sinclair going to go back. Look to kick his first goal. Had a shot earlier on in the first quarter from a similar angle, but only on the opposite side of the ground. So this is a tougher kick. He's not real confident. He's looking one way. He's going to go in there. Strikes the ball with the right boot. Cross the face. The goal. It comes there. And through for another behind. 22 scoring shots to 3. That's where we're at the moment. All that 22 scoring shot. Only 8 major goals to Killarney Vale. 8-14-62. 3 straight 18. They're going to bring the ball back into play. Up it goes there. Going to find Wood. And Wood on the right boot, he goes. It's going to fall nicely there for Grace. He's able to pick it up and away they go. Where's he going to go the next kick? It's a pretty ordinary kick there, but it gets through. It should fall there for Jews. He kicks it off the ground. A bit of a funny kick there. Going to be a chase there. Vasey up against Evan. Vasey picks it up. Handball the back. It comes in out of Grinya. Plenty of bombers there. Gets it in there to Vale on the lead. Just been that type of day for Tim DeVale today. As well as a good opponent in Edwards. But back there now he's Young. It's going to fall. Can it sit there for Vasey? Young in there. Also in there. Well done there was Mumford. Handball by Hearn. Back it comes to Grinya. Really good tackle there by Edwards. They get it back to Grace. They're working hard. The defender comes. He's going to have a snap at goals. Not going to make it. Just sits up there to Vale. Nearly got his hands to the ball, but they got plenty of numbers back there. Killarney Vale. Edwards is one of it and decides that I'll force the ball back. Through for a behind. 3-1-19 Nelson Bay. 8-14-62. 8 minutes gone. Third quarters. Lewis kicks it long in the direction of Zara. Also back there is Brad Spencer. He taps it over the back. Zara, good play as Mumford picks it up. And away goes the youngster. Kicks in there to Sinclair. Sinclair takes it on a chest mark. An open forward line in front of him. He spears it in there looking for Shackleton. Just can't quite get his hands on that. Overrun there by Nichols. Picked up by Shackleton. Handballs off to Amity. Goal number 3 coming up for Amity. Goal number 9 for Killarney Vale. Coast-to-coast work there by the Bombers, starting with a kick in by Brendan Lewis. A good tap over the back by Rob Zara and Tom Mumford, using his pace. Found Sean Sinclair, who then turned around. Kick for Shackleton, just missed the mark, but then over the back there was Amity, was able to run through and kick a very, very good goal. So 9-14-68 now, 3-1-19 to Nelson Bay. Macua, Corinda Waters, Golf and Spa Resort. On the Central Coast. Relax, play and stay. Yep, very good golf course, very good resort out there at Corinda Waters. Sponsors, and they are sponsors along with Magenta Shores Resort as for a sponsor of our Elliot Davey Medal presentation. We're back at play here now as Nelson Bay come forward inside forward 50. Tom Mumford picks it up immediately, tackled there that time by Morgan. They've just got to get out. They're just able to get the ball, clear the ball out. That time Martin's handball smothers picked up by, that time there by Madsen, but he's holding the ball. Good work there by Martin. Late inclusion day for those who are. So you got Mark McVeigh and Cole Walford. Late withdrawals for Killarney Vale. Martin come in and so did Jonathan Mansfield. So Martin's kicked out. Doesn't find its mark there in Evans, and Grace is able to take a mark. Inside forward 50. Goes there now, kicks it out wide. Can DeVale take the mark coming there? Good work by Tim DeVale. Under pressure from Michael Young. And DeVale's going to take a shot at goal. Worked hard, as we said. It hasn't been his best day. Good pressure from Edwards, but not that he's had a lot to do here. The ball hasn't got down in his forward line all that much, but he's keep working, keep persevering, keep leading, and he's going to go back. It's a beautiful kick for goal as well, Tim DeVale. The distance may test him. Comes in, not going to make the distance there, and out to the right, and Brendan Lewis is going to take an uncontested mark. Disappointing result for Nelson Bay. Comes across there, well done by Aaron Clay, and he punches it out, and it's going to go out of bounds. Right on their forward 50, Nelson Bay's end of the ground, currently trailing at the moment by 39 points, 9-14, 68 to 3-1-19. Just had to check me maths there. Matthew Jeffries throws the ball back in. Good throw in there. Price in the ruck, taps it down there, but only as far as Trent Debnam, but Brad Spencer gets it, tries to work his way through there. Dylan Stewart gets a hurry kick on the right, but it's going to go there. It clears Edwards. DeVale's down there. Also down there is Hearn. How's it going to sit? Free kick's going to go the way, and they're allowed to clear it again. Kicked out by Max Mumford. He's going to come out there now, taken in the direction out here by Michael Young. So Young, right boot, coming on a lead is Sinclair. If he can get it, he's got Lloyd there, but coming out also is Erickson takes, but Daniel Lloyd picks it up and away he goes through the wing. A good kick finds Amity all on his own at half forward. He's kicked 3. He gets it off quickly looking for Shackleton, who's kicked 2. Going to ground there. Good work there. Good defensive play. We're going to have a boundary throw in there. Good work by the defender there in Zach Nichols. Lost his footing, but was able to recover quick enough to take the ball to the sanctuary of the boundary line and save the Marlins from a possible another goal being kicked against them. Throw there. Good throw there. Punch there by Fleming. Comes back there now under pressure there. Evans off the ground. Just misses to the left. Another minor score to Killarney Vale. 40 points of margin now. 9-15, 69. Nelson Bay 3-1-19. 12 minutes gone in the third quarter. They've had trouble clearing out there today. As Vasey kicks a long kick out there wide. Should find Price, but out of bounds on the fall. I suppose their kicking probably was summed up from the very first kick-in they did today when Nathan Vasey ended up slipping as his kick, ended up on his backside. And it hasn't really improved. They've had plenty of practice, though, as they've had 15 opportunities to kick the ball in. But they haven't been able to find many clear takeaways. As Amity looks in there, looking for a pass there, though. And he responds by finding it out of bounds. Going to have another boundary throw in on the far side of the ground. Most of the play today has been on the far side. On a windy day, windy but fine day here at Killarney. Once again, rain at the end of last week, which seems to be pretty common all year. It certainly made the ground a little bit slippery underfoot as Evans snaps it off the ground there, though. Good mark taken there. Tom Mobbin by Plain. Kicks it out there. Finds Dylan Stewart in the back pocket. Dylan Stewart now. Then he plays on where he runs around the man on the mark. Good play by Stewart. Where's his next kick? That's going to fall short, though. And Ethan Lenson takes a mark on the centre wing. He's going to go looking inboard for Brendan Lewis. Under pressure by Jude, but Lewis takes the mark. Where's his next target going to be? He's got Mansfield to his left. He's going to look probably a little bit more direct than that. He's going to look Rick White. He's up there now at full foot. He's got Price on, but Lewis goes in short to Lloyd. They use their good players really well. They get plenty of into it. So Lloyd's now going to go. He goes long. Down there in the Bailey direction. Bailey against Wood. Young player against young player. Good spoil this time by Wood. Good Shepherd there coming by Spencer, which allows Wood to get a kick, but only as far as Martin. Handball the back to Castelnuovo. Handball's there, but good interception by Vasey. He gets it on the boot. How's it going to bounce down there? There's Braden Hearns with Max Mumford. He tackled there. Also back there now is Morgan. He's under pressure there by Brendan Lewis. Brendan Lewis just forces him off the ball and picks it up and gives it to Mumford. Mumford inboard looking for Lloyd. Misses missed that ball there was due, so Lloyd's able to get away. Max finds Tom Mumford. Good shepherd there by Jordan Evans. Mumford has a bounce. And on the right boot he goes. He's going to kick it in the white direction. Free kick down the grounds paid. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to go down the ground to Rick White. Been a very good return. We mentioned a couple of times now by White. Hasn't got a goal as yet, but this will certainly be a good opportunity for him to register his first goal of the game. He's going to have a kick probably on a 45-degree angle, 20 metres out. Distance won't be a problem. The angle, not the favoured side for a left footer, but certainly shouldn't trouble someone of the class of Rick White. So he comes in now, strikes the ball. It certainly hasn't worried at all. Kicks it over the fence into the river. And the first goal of the game to Rick White. The 10-goal mark has been reached by Killarney Vale. 10-15-75. Nelson Bay 3-1-19. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Trading hours 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Support local business. Subway. Eat fresh. And certainly the sponsor of the player of the match today is Subway Morisset. $20 voucher to be given to the player judged by the commentators as being the best player on the ground. And there's certainly a couple of players certainly in the running at the moment. All Killarney Vale players. And there'll certainly be a job there to come up with that decision at the end of the day. But goal there to White. Margin now out to 46 points. 16 minutes gone, third quarter. Hearn in the ruck now against Lenson. Picking out Castelnuovo. He's certainly won a lot of clearances today, Castelnuovo. Left foot kick in the direction there of Shackleton. Spoiled there by Nichols. But going again there. Boundary line could be too close as Rick White will see the ball go over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. 3 goals to Lloyd, 3 goals to Amity, 2 to Shackleton. The major goal kickers for Killarney Vale. Forward pocket, boundary thrown, up they go. Higgins in the ruck there against Mudd, comes down to White. He tackled but still manages to get the kick. It's only up in the air they go. How's it going to fall in the square? Danger kicked off the ground, through for behind. 26 scoring shots to 4 now. It's only a dominant display by Killarney Vale. Tuning up for their big clash next week against local rivals Terrigal Avoca, being played at Baddo Bay, a night game, 5 o'clock, twilight game, 5 o'clock kickoff. Nelson Bay, and that was a poor kick in coming there now by... They haven't been able to get that right all day, and that was marked by Bailey. Chips it into Rick White. So certainly not anything going right at the moment for Nelson Bay. Just totally overwhelmed by Killarney Vale and Rick White. Kicked the last goal. Coming in to make it 2 goals in a row. Looks pretty good off the boot. It's a goal. Goal number 2 for White. And starting to really dominate through the scoreboard now. Rick White's second. That's their 4 in the row for the Bombers. They've kicked the only 4 goals of this quarter. And we're still about 9 minutes to play. You just got this feeling there's going to be plenty more before three-quarter time. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider, delivering a wide range of service to a diverse range of customers. For all your security needs, call Wilson Security on 1300 Wilson. They're major sponsor of the Black Diamond AFL. If you've got any security needs, you want some patrol there looking after your business or whatever at night, give Wilson Security a call. The tackle there could have been throwing the ball, but Lenson goes, that might have been Lloyd. Handball back to Lenson. Handball by Zara. Handball's back to Amity now. He goes one way, goes the other, runs into traffic. They're able to turn the ball over this time. Nelson Bay is Vasey. He gets a kick out there. Aaron Clayton leaves it. Sits properly. It doesn't there. He's under pressure for Lenson, but he's good enough to get there. Goes one way, goes the other. Max Mumford. Oh, clever play by Clayton. They deserve to get it. And then it's up goes to Vale. Has he got it? No, taken by Price. Stolen by back to Grinya. Right foot snap. Goes across the ground, out of bounds. Boundary throwing. What fantastic work by Aaron Clayton. 2 against 1. Showed Ethan Lenson and Max Mumphrey. Showed one way, showed the other. Then split the gap and was nearly going into a dangerous area. Vale just couldn't quite take the mark. But it's in the forward pocket. Can Nelson Bay conjure a goal up out of this stoppage? Back there, good tap by Barton. Goes in there. Going to be picked up by Jews. Handball the back. It comes there now. That might be Spencer. Handball the backing, but it's intercepted by Amity. Amity on the left boot. He goes in the direction of McLean. 2 against 1 there. It's playing back there. He kicks it off the ground. Out of bounds on the full. Under pressure. Free kick's going to go the way there of Dane Amity. So Dane Amity, left foot kick, 3 goals. The experienced bomber. Left boot he goes there. He's going to call in there. It's going to be Daniel Lloyd's going to back over his head. It goes there as Vase. He picks it up. Handballs it out there to McGrath. He slips over in probably the muddiest part of the ground. Back it comes to Ben Grace. He tries to shrug the tackler, Cash Nuvo. That is not going to happen today. And we're going to have a boundary throw in. One thing you talk about the Bombers today is their physicality, their tackling pressure, their intensity has been right on top, right on song today, and John Peter will be happy with that. The only thing I think that John wouldn't be happy about is probably their finishing in front of goal. They haven't been able to exert their dominance on the scoreboard. There's a free kick going to be paid there for Clayton. So Clayton can stand the mark, plays on quickly there. Good shepherd coming by Vasey, goes one way and another spearing kick in there. It's going to go over the back there, and Brad Spencer takes the mark. Good play again by Aaron Clayton. And Brad Spencer. Spencer. As he comes in. Right boot strikes the ball. Good finish there by Brad Spencer. 5 goals on the board now for the Marlins. 4 goals, sorry. I've given them 1 extra. Maybe they're going to get the next one as well. I'm just ahead of myself. But Brad Spencer there kicks his first. Good play again by Aaron Clayton, who's done some pretty mercurial things today, as he has done throughout the year. Very decorated player, Aaron Clayton, certainly one of the leading lights for Nelson Bay this year. But as it stands at the moment, the margin still is 57 points. They'd like to get a couple more before 3/4 time. So back in the middle of the ground, it's going to be Braden Hearn in the ruck there against Nathan Higgins. Again, Hearn gets it, taps it down there by McGrath. Can't take clean possession. Get a free kick there, a high tackle. There against Higgins. It's going to go to McGrath. McGrath just out wide there looking for Madsen. He spread very well from that turnover. Where's it go there now? Good lead coming from Grinya. Good lead by DeVale. It's going to go there. Where's the kick going to be? DeVale is kicking out there. Up against there. Good spoil coming there. That time by Young. It falls there for Barton. A hurried left foot kick there. Price is down there with Mumford. Through from behind. Better bit of play there coming from Nelson Bay. Free kick coming there. Quick play on by Lewis. He finds Lloyd. Daniel Lloyd on the right boot goes long in the direction of Ethan Lanson. He's going to take... No, he can't quite get there. So Ryan Mudd from Nelson Bay has the run of it. He's going to wheel around on the circle. He kicks in the ball there. Will it fall for Clayton? He doesn't. He goes one way. Stops on a dime. Able to get there. Running back there. Not handball. Goes that time. Intercepted by McLean. Back to Lenson. He tries to kick it off the ground though. So Clayton's going to go back and pick it up himself, but he peels it back there to Ben Grace. He can go short there. Looking for McGrath. Not his best kick. I reckon that's gone backwards and really put McGrath under pressure now from Evans. They go to ground, the two of them, wrestling for the ball on the ground. The umpire's going to call for a ball up. Probably summed up their play there. Just disposal. Especially when they've gone laterally, they just haven't been able to find that mark. So they're going laterally without being to advantage. As Ryan Mudd taps it over his head there, picked up by McGrath, shrugs the tackle. On the right boot it goes. Ben Grace picks it up again. He's got no one in front, so he's trying to draw the handball, trying to draw McGrath, but he's tackled by Lenson. He shrugs him off though, gets a short kick in there. Spencer's able to get his ankle, keep it in front of him, but Rob Zara's able to chip in and brush a couple of tackles and sweep a handball back to Higgins. The ruckman there is going to get onto his left boot. Drops it high, come down there, White. Coming back there, the ball sitting up there over the back to Fleming. It's going to fall for Amity. Goal number 4, Dane Amity. Too easy over the back of the defensive line. A little bit too easy for the Bombers that time. And ever the opportunist, Dane Amity was Johnny on the spot and was able to kick his 4th goal of the game. In 2015, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Prime 7's coverage includes 4 games every round on 7 Mate, including the marquee Friday and Saturday night matches, Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team. They might do the AFL, but we've got Bar TV here who bring us live coverage of Black Diamond AFL. They're the best in the business, Bar TV, and we thank them for their support as it comes out there wide to Edwards, who's having a spell from fullback. He's probably going to be back to fullback there after being caught with the ball on centre wing, and a good tackle by Dylan Stewart. Where's the next one? He goes in short there to Clayton. Got his hands on the ball quite a bit in the last 5 minutes. He goes across the ground looking for Plain. It's going to hit the ground there, so puts him under pressure as Brendan Martin puts the speed down, and he just puts enough pressure there on Michael Plain, and he's going to get the free kick for holding the man. So Martin, a late inclusion day, as we mentioned before. Mark McVeigh and Kyle Walford laid out for the Bombers, but they haven't missed a beat because Martin's been quite a good player there. And coming in there as ball goes to ground. And they sort of haven't missed a beat. It's been a dominant performance by the Bombers after Nelson Bay kicked the first goal of the game after 2 minutes. Certainly from that point on, Killarney Vale have certainly stamped themselves as a real premiership contender. Admittedly, they've got a bit of work to do to match the runaway leaders in Terrigal Avoca. But they'll certainly get a chance to test themselves next week when they take on the undefeated reigning premiers at Baddo Bay Sporting Facilities. And just the return today, certainly of Rick White, and the form that he's shown is certainly, will be pleasing to the Bomber supporters after doubts about his return. He certainly shrugged that off. So great to have him back there as it comes there now. I think there might have been Zara kicks there. Clayton's going to pick it up again. He's going to handball over there to the running. It might have been Nichols. Handball. Back it comes this time there. He's playing. He kicks it only as far as Lloyd. Lloyd's going to line it up from 50. He goes bang. The crowd go bang. And it's goal number 4 to Daniel Lloyd. Turnover coming out of defence. Could not have landed in worse hands for the Nelson Bay. And Daniel Lloyd, he's missed a couple from enclosed. 4 goals for his kick there now. But he's certainly been a dominant performance for Killarney Vale. It's 13-16-94. Killarney Vale. Nelson Bay 4-2-26. We've been playing 26 minutes of the third quarter. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and proudly supports the Black Diamond AFL. Yep, 10-year supporter of Star 104.5, and really appreciate all the support they give us, as we do all the sponsors. But Daniel Lloyd, he'll be certainly in the running for the Subway Morris, their player of the match. Been dominant up forward. He's been in the middle of the ground the third quarter. Once again there, gets a handball. Out it comes to Max Mumford. Handballing it back, it comes to Trent Debner. Also been a good player for the Bombers. But Billy Barton's got it. He tries to shrug off one, but then drops the ball. It gets on the left boot. Inboard there, coming to Braden Hearn. He sticks the one mid out there. Traps it, but Killarney Vale got the ball. An interesting handball there coming from Max Mumford. But it's going to fall for Clayton if he can get round Lloyd. But he opts to go back in the direction there now. McGrath kicks it. Can Madsen get there? No, he can't. And the ball's turned over in a dangerous period of the ground for Killarney Vale. And they get it. He goes out wide. Does Castelnuovo to Lenson. Gets it. He's very mobile for a big man. Does McLean get the handballs over the top of Edwards? He'll then get around. That time in Ericsson. A spearing kick in there. Can't find Shackleton. It's going to sit for Rick White. He'll get it. Handballing it. Going to come off to Shackleton. He'll go wider out there now to Martin. He'll get it and go. Brendan Martin runs through 30. Lines them up. Misses to the right. Great build-up by the Bombers. Just unfortunately there, the youngster Brendan Martin couldn't finish that one off. And it's a 17th minus score today for Killarney Vale. 13-17-95, 4-2-26 in the throes of three-quarter time. There's a bit of fancy stuff there from the kick-in, but they're able to find Michael Plain in the back pocket. So Plain, not much movement coming from there. So where are you going to go? Go deep down the line there and touched off the boot, which is probably not a bad result for Nelson Bay because they seem to have it covered down the line, did Killarney Vale. And Nick Hickson, the boundary umpire, is going to throw the ball back in. Good throw in there by Hickson. Price is over the back. Gets a tap down. Vasey gets a handball over the top. Good handball. The releases Ben Grace. Grace through half back, goes to half forward, falling down the vital moment was Barton, which allowed Max Mumford to take a easy mark. He there goes. He opens up the ground. Jeff McLean's on his own. He's going to get it and he'll go. Right boot he goes, leading out his Shackleton. He takes it on the chest, takes the mark in front of Dylan Stewart. And Corey Shackleton, we're going back, looking to kick his second goal for the quarter. Third goal for the game. He's going to do it from 40 metres out, directly in front. And the defender come forward. Here's his goal number 3, right on the siren. How's it going to look? It looks to the right. Right on the siren there. You thought the timekeeper might have put him off a little bit, but never mind. It is three-quarter time at Adelaide Street Oval, and it's the Killarney Vale Bombers 13-18-96, leading Nelson Bay 4-2-26. So it's 70-point margin in favour of Killarney Vale. With the goal kickers, 4 goals to Daniel Lloyd, 4 goals to Dane Amity, 2 goals to Corey Shackleton and Rick White, and a single goal to Jeff McLean. Whilst for Nelson Bay, all 4 single goal kickers, Brad Spencer, Luke Price, Chris Madsen and Sean McGrath. So 70 points of margin at the final change. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with the final quarter.
Star 104.5 and Black Diamond AFL would like to thank the following sponsors for making it possible to hit the field week in and week out. Wilson Security. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider. Prime 7. In 2014, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Newcastle Herald. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the hunter community. Star 104.5. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and proudly supports Black Diamond AFL. BLK. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions. Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the last 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. Waratah Sports. Waratah Sports has been specialising in sporting equipment, sporting apparel and trophies and medals on the Central Coast for over 20 years. Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Car 33, proceed to level 2, check on its service.
Command, this is Car 33, I'm going on my break.
70 points the margin at Adelaide Street Oval, three-quarter time. So we're about to get underway in the final quarter. And they certainly, it'll be interesting. Last quarter, 70 points. Still, the result of this game's been decided, but I think there's still a fair bit with percentage likely to play a part in the race for the final four spot. It's going to be a big requirement of Nelson Bay. They want to try and win this quarter, try and reduce the margin as much as possible. Whilst for Killarney Vale, they'll be looking to make sure we really finish off what's been a dominant performance by the Bombers. Umpire Ashley Borg holds the ball aloft. So we're underway in the final quarter. Ryan Mudd's going to do the ruck work. No, we're not. We're going to have a second go at that one. So it's Mudd going to be in the ruck against Higgins. So up they go. Mudd gets a tap down the left, and then has a second go with the right. And again, there Spencer, if it sits up there nicely, he's trying to share a path there through him was Vasey, but it's Trent Debnan's going to intercept the ball. He gets a kick now. It's going to a wobbly old kick though. Amity there up against Stewart. Good battle there. The youth against experience. The youth's going to win out this time. Well done by Dylan Stewart. Good composure there. And he's able to chip it across there and find Joel Erickson. He plays on quickly. He's going to go out wide there for Clayton. Clayton should take the mark in front of Brendan Lewis, and away he goes. Lewis is chasing. Clayton has one bounce. Runs through half foot. Kicks in the direction there. Where's it going to go? Over the back is the Vale. Can it sit for him? Under Edwards. Edwards has wore him like a glove all day, and he forces that through for a behind. But not a bad build-up, however, by Nelson Bay. Just didn't quite get the result they were looking for out of that. So they're able to bring it in from fullback. Finds Rob Zara. He's got to chip in looking for Rick White, but Aaron Clayton certainly improved his performance. He's probably one of Nelson Bay's best after halftime. A bit quiet in the first half, but that third quarter, some of the stuff he did was electrifying. The right kick goes out there, looking up there for the direction there. Good mark, good strong mark, taken out there. That time, I think it might have been Max Mumford. He kicks it across there looking for Edwards. It's a 50-50 ball. However, coming in there was Barton. Goes to ground, takes the ball out of bounds. Bit of a sloppy start by Killarney Vale there. And we've got another boundary throw in, and we've had plenty of those today. And the two boundary umpires, Nick Hickson and Matt Jeffries, have certainly had their work cut out today. Good return there by the young lady there with the ball. Great to see the kids up playing on the hill on a beautiful day here. A bit windy. The wind seems to have died down quite a bit now than what it was, but it's a beautiful wintry day here on the Central Coast. The kick comes out to McLean up against Fleming. Fleming spoiled the ball, and it's going to sit for him. Tackled there by Sinclair. Joel Erickson picks up at Sinclair, keeps his feet and away. He goes there now. It's been a serviceable return by Sinclair. He's short kicking there in the Amity direction. Sits up, he goes there. He goes one good tackle there by Stewart, but Amity's able to get the handball across to Bailey. Bailey's under pressure by Wood. He gets it, goes one way, goes another. Good work by Nelson Bay. Well done by Joel Erickson. He gets it, goes one way, goes another, but handball's only back as far as Sinclair. Sinclair gets a kick in the direction. Lloyd's down there. Shackleton's down there. Lloyd again goes for a little bit of a party trick there, but a foot there by Nichols is able to get the ball through for a behind. 13-19, 97, 4-3-27. 3 minutes gone. Final quarter. Short kick by Stewart finds Erickson. So Joel Erickson between fullback and halfback. He goes in short then again. Not the best kick. Lands at the feet of Clayton. If anyone, probably would have troubled a lot of people, but Clayton's good enough to get it in a long swooping handball. Out it comes to Ben Grace. It doesn't sit kindly for him, so he has a couple of juggles at it. Finally gets it under control and then does a short kick in there. Good mark taken out there by Sean McGrath in front of Brendan Lewis. Sal's McGrath on the half-back flank for Nelson Bay. Where's the movement going to come from? He's got the move, ignoring a few leads there now. And then pops it in short there to Ben Grace, the former skipper of the Marlins. He's on centre wing. He's tried pretty hard today as Ben Grace. As most of the defence that Nelson Bay have, they've been under enormous pressure, but stood up pretty well. The kick coming in the Madsen direction, spoiled there by Tom Mumford. They both go to ground now. Although Mudd, he gets it able to force it out there. This time by McGrath, gets it, goes one way, goes the other, and then able to get it on the boot. Shoots it nicely there by Braden Hearn. Oh, he went to play on, had one go at playing on, had two goes of playing on, and now says, I'm going to go back and I better have a kick. I'm not going to let my ambition overtake my skill, and I'm going to go back and have a shot for goal 30 metres out, probably a bit worse than 45-degree angle, but he goes back. He's got a long run up. Let's hope he can go back and kick the fifth goal for the Marlins. Braden Hearn, right boot strikes the ball, looks pretty good off the boot. The clapping there behind the goals. Well done to Braden Hearn. Kicks his first goal of the game, and it's the fifth goal for the Marlins and the first goal in the final quarter. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the hunter community. The Herald's reporting and commentary leads public debate in the region, and its coverage of local issues from business and politics through to sport and entertainment is second to none. The Newcastle Herald, the voice of the hunter, in print, online and mobile. So good goal there by Braden Hearn. Like I said, he tried to play on a couple of times, but thought, no, I'll go back, and he slotted that through for the 5th goal. So good start. Let's hope the Marlins can build on that. As Mudd wins the ruck, good to see him back in the ruck. He didn't play across half back most of the time. They're getting out of juice, didn't have the left foot, turns back in, holding the ball. Then puts the ball on the ground. It's going to be 50 metres as well. So he's compounded the mistake there. It's going to be a free kick to Jordan Evans. So Evans going to have a shot from goal, 35 metres out. Been a very, very good play today, Evans. One of the many winners through the midfield for Killarney Vale. He's winning the hard ball. Be able to do that. And a lot of times he's got possessions being to the advantage of his teammates. But Evans comes in. Can he finish it off with a goal? Looks good off the boot. Just misses to the left-hand side. Through for another behind. 13. That's the 20th minor score for Killarney Vale. As we said before, probably the only downside you would say from Killarney Vale's performance today is they're finishing in front of goal. Only 13 goals from 33 scoring shots. And probably presented the margin from being even greater. So short kick coming. Good lead by Madsen. Good pass by Stewart. Madsen plays on quickly. Going to go out wide looking for Brad Spencer. Daniel Cartwright is in close pursuit of Spencer. So they go to ground. No, didn't go to ground. They overrun the ball. Spencer goes in hard. He's now gone to ground as Brendan Lewis comes in to give him a help. And we're going to have a boundary throw in. Almost 7 minutes gone. Final quarter. Next week, Bar TV, as we spoke about earlier, will be from Number One Sports Ground doing all 3 women's matches as part of the women's round before finishing with the Black Diamond Cup match between arch rivals Newcastle City and Cardiff. As Daniel Lloyd takes a mark, goes for goal number 5. No, it's point number 5. 4 goals, 5 for Daniel Lloyd today. In a dominating performance. He was on song early, kicked 3 first quarter goals to set the standard for the day. And it's only inaccurate kicking for goal has prevented him from having maybe 7, even 8 goals. So Stewart, down the ground he goes. A high flying and an early fly there from Ericsson on Rick White. So Evans is at the back, picks it up on the right, but he goes looking for Amity. Too far for him. Chipping in there is Sean McGrath, and well done. He's been probably one of the better players today for Nelson Bay has been McGrath. On the right boot he goes, looking there, the mark there taken that time by Fraser. I think he got a little clip behind the ear for his trouble, but Fraser goes inboard there to Madsen. It's Chris Madsen. Bit of movement coming on. More direct they need to go there now. DeVale's going to be his target. Braden Hearn at the back. Hayden looks to take the miss. Chestmark can't get it. Gets a little swift handball out. Comes to Ericsson. Tackled just as he kicked it there. That time by Cartwright. Out of bounds on the full. Relieving free kick's going to go the way of Brad Edwards. Once again, Subway Morisset will be giving away a $20 voucher to be spent at the Subway Morisset store to the player of the match, as adjudged by the Bar TV commentary panel, which consists today of 1. So that will be me. So I will be giving that award out at the end of the day. So certainly plenty of Killarney Vale players in with the opportunity to win that. It's a good mark taken by Price. Been pretty quiet today as Price, after kicking the first goal, just hasn't been able to assert his dominance on it. So a kick in there, that's a bit of a floater, probably sums up his day. Goes through Tim DeVale's hands, probably sums up his day as well. As Braden Hearn goes in hard there, the tackle there on Young, snaps it round there is Spencer. Through for a behind. So 4 behinds now for Nelson Bay, 5 for 34. As Michael Young, I think, a little bit slow to get up from that contest. And Brendan Lewis is going to bring the ball back. Once again, another solid performance by Brendan Lewis. I don't think you've seen this. Doesn't play many bad games these days. A really mature seasoned footballer. The handball comes out there now by Tom Mumford. Nelson Bay's going to pick it up there by McGrath. Handballs are back in there to Bailey for Killarney Vale, but he's able to nullify that, and we're going to have another ball up. Right on centre wing, far side of the ground. Seems to be the whole game's been played on the far side of the ground. With this side of the ground, broadcast side currently in shade, they're probably looking to get out in the beautiful sunshine. As Joel Ericsson's going to get it for Nelson Bay. Hurriedly on the right foot kick. And for the second time this quarter, Joel Ericsson has kicked the ball out of bounds on the full. We're going to get another relieving kick. This time, Tom Mumford from Killarney Vale. He's going to bring the ball back in as he goes into the centre of the ground. He's going to find Jordan Evans in there. Also, it's Madsen, but Evans takes the mark and plays on. Has one bounce, runs over half forward now. Spearing in there, looking for Amity, looking for Lloyd. And Daniel Lloyd takes the mark. Bit of deja vu there. Every time he's been up forward, he spent a period of the game in the midfield, but up forward. His hands today have been brilliant, making it very tough for the Nelson Bay defence. So only his goal kicking. He's kicked 4 goals, 5 today. So he's looking now to kick his 5th goal to even up the ledger. And he comes in, strikes the ball off the boot. Corey Shackleton claps the goal. Jake Lowe tilts the head back and watches the ball go over the top. Goal number 5 to Daniel Lloyd. Well done. And the 100 has been brought up by Killarney Vale. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions, and the exclusive on-field apparel supplier to the Black Diamond AFL. BLK, beyond limits known. And limits known, how far do we think Killarney Vale can go this year? They're certainly going to finish in 3rd spot, and you think that they make a first semi-final, you think that they would be, certainly be able to win that first semi-final. And they've shown that they can match Newcastle City. So I'll be interested to see how he goes. Lewis goes forward in the direction of Shackleton over his head and out of bounds. So, like I said, they've got Terrigal Avoca next week. They've competed with Terrigal Avoca without ever really looking like defeating him so far this year. So next week will once again be a good test for them as they match up. And in fact, they've got to play him another twice yet. Next week's game is the rescheduled Anzac Day washout. So they'll have 2 more chances before the finals to see how they go. As the ball's tap in there. It's going in there is Zara. Good hip and shoulder there by Stewart. Comes back in there. Zara kicks it off the ground, bobbing around. Dylan Stewart again. Push through for another behind. Rush behind. 14-22. 106. 5-4-34. Nelson Bay. 11 markers are chipped in there. Great work by Tom Castelnuovo. Really good work. Went for the short kick in. It's been a real problem today for Nelson Bay. He's been able to get a good result from the kick-ins. They've had plenty of practice 22 times, but I don't think they've hardly ever got a fluent clearance out of the defensive kick-in. So as Tom Castelnuovo, left boot strikes the ball, does it look all right? He looks pretty good. He's happy with that, and it's a just reward for Tom Castelnuovo that he's able to polish off a very fine game with a goal. And now that is goal number 15 for Killarney Vale. Margin now out to 78 points, 15-22, 112, 5-4-34 to Nelson Bay. And just as we work our way through the last quarter, what we'll do, we'll actually give the scores out of all the other games that have been played today. Or not today, sorry, this weekend. So we're back in the middle there. Ryan Stanton's going to throw the ball up in the air. Price is in the ruck again against Lance. Price, great tap down there to McGrath. They get extended clearance. Up it goes. Who's going to lead out there? Clayton's out there in front. There of Michael Young, and Aaron Clayton takes the mark. He plays on half forward, kicks it round towards a goal. Game out there is DeVale. He's got the set. Tim DeVale. Great mark, great goal. Well done, Nelson Bay. Arguably their best bit of play today. A good ruck tap there by Luke Price down to McGrath. Got a good mark by Clayton, and a kick there and a mark over the back there was taken that time by Tim DeVale. A tough day for DeVale today against Edwards, but he just rewarded for his perseverance with a goal. So Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup matches yesterday. Terrigal Avoca 12-9-81 defeated Newcastle City 6-10-46. Cardiff 12-7-79 went down to Warners Bay 11-15-81. And here at the moment, it's 15-22, 112 to 6-4-40 is the score. As the as Castelnuovo, he's told, he's done about 3-6. He should be penalised for holding the ball and will be. And the free kick goes there the way of Price. So Price goes out wide there now. Up it goes there, coming down. Louis was out there in the direction for Fraser. Fraser there up against Lewis. Fraser goes to ground, gets up quickly, handballed it back to McGrath. McGrath tries to go through the 2 Killarney Vale defenders, but tackled there and penalised for a throw. The free kick's going to go at time to Brendan Lewis. And Lewis goes down there looking for White, but too wide. and out of bounds on the full. And the free kick's going to go the way, that time out there, of Chris Madsen for Nelson Bay. So Madsen on the centre wing. Where's his target going to be? Stewart's calling the ball in forward, so opts to go. He'll steady. He'll float one down towards the wing. I think that's going to go out of bounds on the full just to return the favour. Just their inability, their kicking skills have certainly let them down today. But a lot of that is obviously caused by the pressure from the Killarney Vale side as Brendan Lewis takes the ball again. He's had plenty of it today, Brendan Lewis, as he seems to do each week. Where's the target? Bit stagnant up forward. He'll go in short there to Max Mumford. Good running from defence. Mumford takes the mark on the wing. Goes back and chips it over the top there looking for Amity. 4 goals to Amity. He takes the mark. 2 kicks out from goal. First kick's going to come in the direction there looking for Bailey. Short pass. Bailey probably takes the mark on 50. Still too far out to score. Shackleton makes a lead. Up goes Shackleton. Can't take the mark under pressure from Nichols. Debnam runs through there, but he's tackled by Spencer. Going through there is Zara. He's looking there to try and let the umpire know that he was tackled, but he had no one around him, and Ben Grace is able to kick and clear it for Joel Erickson, who drops the mark and probably nearly sums up Joel's game today also, and it's going to be out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Right on the forward 50 for Killarney Vale. They're currently 72 points in front of Nelson Bay. And they may still remain in forward. Their percentage will take a fair hit though, and the big game's going to be their clash with Warners Bay in a couple of weeks' time. They got a bye next week, Nelson Bay, to regroup before they take on Terrigal Avoca, which is going to be a fair battle as well, fair task. But Grace kicks it over the top there to McGrath. But one pleasing note for Nelson Bay is today is their last trip to the Central Coast. They've made 4 trips, and they've gone away with probably not very good results each time. So they 2 games at Nelson Bay and 1 game at Warners Bay is all they've got to round out their season before the finals, and that's after the bye. But on the half forward, while Killarney Vale, they'll finish. They've got a pretty tough finish coming up for them. They've got Terrigal Avoca next week, followed there after that by they then take on Cardiff in number 1 sports ground. Then they play Terrigal again at home and finish off with Nelson Bay, up at Nelson Bay. So Tom Castelnuovo takes the ball, goes in short now, looking for Rick White, and he finds him. White, very, very impressive return, especially his first half, a real dominating performance. He's played a bit up forward, but he's just pleased to get through the game, as will Coach John Pigeons. Easton Lenson, handballs are back there, a bit sloppy there as Young. Handballs into no one. How's it going to sit up there? Who's going to lead in the race for the ball? It's Max Mumford. He gets it back to Edwards. Edwards is able to clear it out there, and away they go as Tom Mumford gets it. Goes inboard there, over the head of McLean to Trent Debden. Gets it and handballs over the top, and they're out again as Mansfield gets it. Goes one, tries a draw. The opponent then decides to kick it. Kicks up there, but should favour there is Zach Nichols, and Zach Nichols takes the mark. In the last line of defence for Nelson Bay, he gets a kick over. Going to go for Bailey. Going there is Fleming. Fleming taps it back, goes to Wood. Wood on the left boot. Tips in there, goes in there for more. Over the back there is Amity coming down to Devon. Devon picks it up. Going down there also is Fleming. Amity in there also. And he picks it up. Comes back there now to McLean. McLean on the right boot. Comes in there. Goes there. Shackleton takes the ball out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Right on forward 50. A good throw in there now goes. Bailey's in the ruck there now, up against Price. Comes down there to Castelnuovo. One man, he kicked the goal this quarter. He kicks it up there. 1-on-1 contest. Blackwood down there also with Payne. Blackwood battling. Good work by Michael Plain. He's going to get the ball out. He's going to win it out and force it up there now on the boot. Now goes Madsen, and Madsen's away. He's got Akers in front of him. He's able to have one bounce. Ethan Lenson, the big ruckman, chases him, but Madsen goes inboard with the kick, looking there for me, but learning there. Well done by front of Morgan is Rick White. Left boot goes out there. Blackwood's going to be his target, and Blackwood takes the mark on the forward 50. Bailey goes over the back. Left foot kicks in there, looking for McLean. Going back there is Spencer. Neither can take the mark. Evans picks it up. Snaps on the right boot. How's it going to land? It's in the forward pocket. Should bounce over the line. Out of bounds. Inside the forward 50 forward pocket region for Killarney Vale. In control of the game. 19 minutes gone. 72 points to good. They've been dominate. There's no doubt about that. In the ruck, Price taps over the back there. Evans intercepts that there. Comes there now to Erickson. Higgins taps it out there. Well done by Dylan Stewart. He's tried hard all day as Stewart gets it out there to David Wood. David Wood on the left boot. Only back to Amity. Amity now looks to go inboard. Shackleton's back there. Going back also with him is Nichols, but the kick favoured Shackleton. Good kick by Amity. And Corey Shackleton went to play on twice. But he goes back there now and he's gone on a cute angle. He'll probably look to run around. He's kicked 2 goals today, Shackleton. Kicks a normal one. He's kicked 3 goals today, Shackleton. 16 goals to Killarney Vale. Much to the delight of the Killarney Vale faithful. Bit of a fan favourite, a club favourite, Corey Shackleton. Not only on the field, he does a power of work, him and his wife Kelly, for the club. And he's kicked 3 goals there now. So going back to some of these scores that we had in First Division yesterday. Terrigal Avoca 7-8-50. Drew with Newcastle City 8-2-50. Cardiff 16-12, 108. Defeated Lake Macquarie 0 goals, 4 behinds. Singleton 7-8-50. Defeated Warners Bay 5-10-40. And today, Killarney Vale 9-14-68. Drew with Wyong Lakes 11-2-68. So 2 draws in the First Division competition. So back in the centre of the ground now. Good goal to Shackleton. He's third. Price wins a tap down again to McGrath. Back it comes to Madsen. Madsen on the right boot. Just grabbed as he went to kick the ball. Just put it a little bit off mark as Young gets it. Goes to ground immediately by Vale. And we're going to have a ball up. Inside forward 50 for Nelson Bay. Kicked 6 goals today. But 38 scoring shots to 10 has certainly been summed it up. As Amity, certainly another one of the better players for Killarney Vale. Kick 4 goals. That time he runs out and has a bounce. Gets on the right boot. Kicking in the Martin direction. Goes over the back looking to use his pace. But Ryan read that well. Was able to get it. Now ball goes over in the muddy area of the ground. And we're going to have a boundary thrown right in front of the Nelson Bay bench. Back to the drawing board for Coach David Ross. As they still look, they'll still be sitting probably in 4th spot. It's certainly, they need to hang in there, need improved performance if they're going to get that elusive finals berth in their second year back in the Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup competition. They've competed very well with Warners Bay and Cardiff, just they've struggled when they've come up against the big 3, Terrigal Avoca, Newcastle City and Killarney Vale. Mumford in the ruck there now. Gets a tap down. Goes back to Rick White. Tries to bust through the tack. Gets a drop kick off the ground. Going there through is Blackwood. Hip and shoulder there from Clayton. Coming in also there is Martin. Out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Between wing and half forward. Dying stages of the game. Good throw in there by Nick Hickson. Over the back it goes. Punched away there by Ericsson. Back to Rick White. White on the left boot. Sweeping kick. Beautiful kick there. Should go across to Mumford if it sits right. Lewis put the shepherd on. Brushed away by Jews. Mumford's able to get away from Jews. On the right boot. Chips in there looking for Amity. It's not quite going to get him. Good hip and shoulder by Ericsson. Sitting there for Morgan. Amity ran straight through him. Going there now. Handball comes out. That team by Mansfield comes back to Evans. Evans back to Tom Mumford. He keeps the ball in front of him. Under pressure, however, by the Nelson Bay defence. And Dylan Stewart gets the ball out there to Luke Price. Fends off there and then gets the right boot. Over the head it goes there now to Juice. Juice should have the run of it. It sits up for him. He's away. It does, and he is away. And a right kick, a penetrating kick into Vale. Over his head it's going to go. It's 2-on-1, however. Young there, but good work by Barton. Kicks the ball forward. Is it going to sit for him? He wants to get on his left, but handballs in ball looking for DeVale. But they've got numbers back there. But back it comes there to Barton. Snaps a goal. How's that look? It looks pretty good. Well done, Billy Barton. Well done to Barton. Seven goals for Nelson Bay. He's been trying pretty hard also, Barton, in the ruck. He's done pretty well in the tap-outs, but like most of his teammates, they've struggled around the ground. But 72 points the margin this quarter has been 3 goals apiece. So they've certainly prevented this game from being a blowout. They've tried hard all day. And that's certainly, I suppose, is what Daniel Ross would have been hoping for. But Madsen gets a right kick for a better set of clearances this time. It comes back there. Nice hands taken by Tom Mumford. He takes mark. Once again, the spread is on there. Rick White takes it. Michael Young's going to run past, but Rick White will turn around on his left and Quick kick's going to be the order of the day. And out he goes. Looks the spearing pass in there to Trent Debney. I reckon he's been one of their better players without a doubt. And certainly in the running for the Subway Morissette player of the match. Right boot goes in short there, heading out there for Lewis. Also another contender. Price is able to go in there. Good work by Price. Goes straight through the ball. Lewis is able to pick it up. Price lays a good tackle again. Well done by Luke Price. Hasn't been his greatest day in relation to kicks and marks, but good effort there that he's still working right in the final stage of this match by putting on the defensive part of the game as Hearn wins that tap down. Only go to Castelnuovo. Spencer, he gets a right foot kicker that goes out wide. Ken Jews takes the mark. No, he can't. He drops what he should have taken, but he's able to get back up on the right boot. He goes. A shot at goal. How's it look? It looks right for a behind. So the fifth behind for Nelson Bay, 7-5-47, 16-22, 118 Killarney Vale, 71 points. So we played 25 minutes in the final quarter. Kick in from Edwards, deep down the ground. McLean's his target. Up goes McLean. He doesn't take the mark there. He should have been interfered from the front, so McLean will get the free kick at centre halfback. Jeff McLean, he'll look to go laterally. Across he goes there to Jordan Evans. Evans on the right boot. He goes there. His target's going to be Bailey. Up he flies high. Goes through Wood. I think it might have hit him on the Wood. Brendan Martin. He's got pace. Handballs over the top there to John Mansfield. High tackle there from Clayton. Tackling there is Bailey. As Wood picks it up there. And we're going to be a ball up. Centre half forward. 50 metres out from goal. Not long left in this game. It's going to be a convincing win to Killarney Vale. Hearn rucks it there now. Comes back there. White doesn't get the clear kick away. Wood picks it up there now on the right boot. He goes. A good kick in there looking for Jews. Up goes Mumford. A big leap, but it goes over the back there now as Barton's going to pick it up. He's going to want to get onto his left boot. Looks to get the handball back in the direction there. It's going to be is Morgan. Going down is Debney to ground. Barton goes, not Barton, sorry. That might have been there as Jews, but Mumford picks it up. It gets a kick out there now as Jordan Evans is going to pick this up there under pressure there. Good work by Barton. Went straight at the body there. Picked up Mud Madsen. He's been a good player after halftime. Also handballs over the top to Ryan Mudd. Looking for a short pass at the Vale. I think he's going to find him. Good play by Mudd. Lower the eyes. They had 2-on-1 there, Killarney Vale, but a good lead by DeVale. And he's going to go back and try and become the first multiple goal scorer for Nelson Bay today. So DeVale, 35 metres out from goal. Comes in. He's pushed it out right. Not going to be the goal. Will make the distance. It does. So 7-6-48. 16-22, 118 Killarney Vale. Not long to go. This will be the last. That was the last scoring play of the day. Down the ground it goes there. Coming out is Brendan Lewis. He takes the mark. He's going to go in short now to Debney. On the centre wing, he's going to look to get away quickly as time's almost up here now as Clayton gets it. Over the back is Higgins. Clayton's tackled there by Castelnuovo. Goes to ground. Gets up again. Still goes to ground. Spencer gets it. Swings it out wide there in the sun there. Plane picks it up. But the siren has sounded. It's all over here at Adelaide Street Oval. And it's the Killarney Vale Bombers who have prevailed. 16 goals. 22 behinds. 118 to Nelson Bay, 7-6-48. So a good performance by the Bombers, a 70-point win, and sets up their consolidate third spot, while Nelson Bay, they're still in the battle for fourth spot, but certainly have some work to do. Goal kickers for Killarney Vale, Daniel Lloyd, 5, Dane Amity, 4, 3 to Corey Shackleton, 2 to Rick White, singles to Tom Castelnuovo and Jeff McLean. While for Nelson Bay, they're all single goal kickers. Brad Spencer, Luke Price, Tim DeVale, Chris Madsen, Billy Barton, Braden Hearn and Sean McGrath. So too good today, the Bombers led from all bar the 2 minutes, which Luke Price kicked the goal, but they certainly dominated from them. Nelson Bay consolidated, did very well. They fought the game out and was able to reduce the margin in the last quarter. But they're too good, Killarney Vale. Going through some of the best players before we award the Subway Morissette Player of the Day. Starting with Nelson Bay, I thought Aaron Clayton was very good for them. Dylan Stewart tried hard all day. Chris Madsen played a pretty good second half. Barton and Hearn both tried hard in the ruck. David Wood in an unfamiliar position down back did pretty well. Sean McGrath played pretty well, but winners were pretty hard to find for Nelson Bay. On the other side, though, Killarney Vale, they weren't so hard to find. Daniel Lloyd was exceptional. Jordan Lewis played a really good game through the midfield. Brendan Lewis, as always, across half-back. Dane Amity kicked 4 goals, and the veteran certainly picked up plenty of possessions. Rick White, a fantastic return for him today, getting through the game after 6 weeks off, especially in the first half when the game had to be won. He picked up numerous positions. Tom Castelnuovo, very, very impressive. His clearance work was first rate and was certainly very influential in them dominating the stoppages. Others to play well. I thought Rob Zara also did pretty well. Brad Edwards won his contest with Tim Duval. But yeah, it's pretty hard. It's hard to find good players for Nelson Bay. Hard to find bad players for Killarney Vale. But the Morisset Subway player of the match today goes to Daniel Lloyd of Killarney. Kicked 5 goals, 5. Picked up numerous possessions also around the ground. And he was really, really a dominant performer on the day. So congratulations to Daniel Lloyd. He's the winner of the Subway Morisset Player of the Match. So from Adelaide Street Oval, it was a big win today for Killarney Vale. Next week, we're at number 1 Sports Grounds. Got the 3 women's game, as I mentioned beforehand, before doing the Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup game between Cardiff and Newcastle City. But here at Adelaide Street Oval, it was Killarney Vale, 16-22, 118, Nelson Bay, 7-6-48. So on behalf of Bar TV, I want to thank the cameraman, and the Bar TV are certainly the best in the business. I'm Gary Birkinshaw, signing off from Adelaide Street Oval. See you next week.
Star 104.5 and Black Diamond AFL would like to thank the following sponsors for making it possible to hit the field week in and week out. Wilson Security. Wilson Security is Australia's largest and most innovative security provider. Prime 7. In 2014, Prime 7 has more footy on more nights, live and free. Newcastle Herald. The Newcastle Herald plays an integral part in the hunter community. Star 104.5. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and proudly supports Black Diamond AFL. BLK. BLK, the official apparel supplier to the Richmond Tigers, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants, Adelaide Crows, Gold Coast Suns and Brisbane Lions. Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the last 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. Waratah Sports. Waratah Sports has been specialising in sporting equipment, sporting apparel and trophies and medals on the Central Coast for over 20 years. Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Car 33, proceed to level 2, check on its service.
Command, this is Car 33, I'm going on my break.
Don't miss the Wilson Security Black Diamond AFL this weekend. Entry to all games is free. Check out the game times and venues at bdafl.com.au. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.